waiting for now?
Why are you correcting it down? Why are you coming here now to be doing this nonsense? Do you want me to end this session?
Let's go live. Okay,
So
unmute then, let's go. Let's tell us action. We'll go.
Okay, action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk True Podcast, the live review session. It's your podcast where we have conversations under the spotlight of truth and the most topical podcast. We felt the need to bring this to you just to let you know that everyone who's been engaging was seeing you. We appreciate you. Thank you for every community. We see you, TikTok community. We see you, Facebook community, Instagram, YouTube, the entire social media community. We're so excited to have you. And the last episode has been buzzing with a lot of reviews and conversations and everybody giving us buzzwords, and we're excited about the varying perspectives. Hey, that's what life is all about. So we thought, okay, we've seen all your conversations, all your perspectives, all your reviews, all your comments. Let's come and have a live session where we can have, review the last topic that we had, Christian marriage and divorce, and then just go through your comments and, have like a sit-down conversation. And if you are there, feel free to, let us know you're there. Keep sending in your comments. And I see that a lot of you are very, loud and vocal and bold. We would like to have 1 or 2 or 3 or even more of you come on this show if you think you have the confidence and the boldness. That thing you are saying on the comment section, come and say it right here. So we're excited to bring you this live review show on the Talk Group podcast. As usual, I have, our regulars in the building. His Excellency coming through. Thank you for always coming through on this show. Thank you. Nice to have you around. Oh, yes, as usual.
Yes, sir.
You're now regular. Thank you for coming through. And for the second time on the show, I hope the long run she will not become your regular too, but it will be nice. Debbie Diva, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Have you been going through the comment section?
Oh my God. Talk about the comments.
People have been giving it to you like this woman.
Nigerians are, hey God. The comments, some of them had me so like cracking up for real.
Right.
They are so hilarious. And some I go through some of them and I paused for a minute and I was like, wait. What? I like the fact that some people are actually highly opinionated.
Right.
Some
Right.
people are really confident,
Right.
To come on social media and just say what they feel. And oh my God, yeah, it's really interesting.
Why? What do you think is making people engage this conversation? Is it because it's us Africans who just like to engage, or because is there something about the topic that is creating this buzz?
Okay, I think first off, it's because these are real life issues. What we discussed here is like the everyday life of a normal human being.
Right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
couples, so to say.
Right.
Yeah, not just in Nigeria, but as in the world at large.
Right.
And then we're talking about Christian. Our focus was Christian marriage.
Yeah.
So everything we're discussing was within the context, within
Right.
that context.
Right.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, these things are real life issues. They are happening, like every other day. So I guess that's why people really engaging.
Exciting.
And it's quite interesting.
It's very interesting. So,
Excuse me.
one of the short clips we dropped a couple of days ago is what I want us to focus on, because from nowhere, I mean, when we dropped the clip, I was of the opinion, I agreed with what you said in the clip. What you said in the clip is that it takes two to tango in a home. Marriage is partnership.
Okay.
Some people said that you had said that people believe that a woman is the one who holds the home.
Yeah.
That also has a large, large group of people agreeing to that.
Okay.
But because man and woman partnership makes things work, I just kind of agree with that. but many people are, of a different view. And then His Excellency also said, that actually the woman holds. So many people are saying, okay, I agree with what you're saying. Some people are saying, I don't agree. I just kind of felt like, if you are not married to yourself, if there are two people in a marriage, it just makes a lot of sense that, the home is built by, both people.
Yeah. I guess what most people saw in that comment, and what I also agree with, is that both parties were speaking from different perspectives.
Right.
While Debbie was speaking from the two of us, they run house,
Right.
or run a home.
Yeah.
CDO was coming from the perspective of who the engine room of the home is. And some people saw that in the comments, and they expressed that, yes, that you guys are speaking from the same perspective, and you are actually not, it's not a debate. It wasn't actually a debate. It was, clarity to who makes the home tick.
Right.
The wife does. You understand? The husband is the head, like CDO said, and I like the way he ended it, that the wife is the engine room.
Right.
And we need both to make the house work.
Yes.
Debbie,
So that's to say two truths can coexist.
Exactly.
And I saw a lot of that in the comments.
Right.
So he's the angle where he came from was perfect. And I actually learned from that though. I learned from, I did. And then the angle I came from was also cool.
Right.
And then if you merge the two together.
What angle did you come from?
Yeah,
Okay.
I came
What was
from,
your angle?
I was of the opinion that
It takes two to make a home work.
marriage is partnership.
Right.
You bring your own, I bring my own, we work together as a team. And then you came from the angle of a woman is the engine room of the home.
Did the Bible state anywhere that marriage is partnership?
Well,
Is there anywhere in the Bible that is written that marriage is partnership?
marriage is
Do you know what partnership means?
I think there are many places in the Bible that said marriage is partnership.
Please, let me read them out.
Okay. Can two walk together except that they agree?
Yes.
The two shall become one. So it expressed it in many ways. That
No, that's not
even
it.
said-
Hold on.
I was listening to places.
No, that's not partnership. That's not partnership. Because what happens is that the woman is still struggling to prove a point that she's equal with man in marriage.
No.
Partnership, in anything, partnership gives equal.
No.
Right.
Not in every. Not in
Define
every,
partnership.
In the business
Sir,
terms.
what's your
Define
definition?
partnership.
Sir, maybe
Right.
you should maybe you should give us your definition of partnership.
No, you your own definition. You're the one saying that
Oh
marriage is
my
partnership.
God.
Marriage
Right,
is not
that's a good
partnership.
place to start.
Marriage is not partnership. Even the Bible lawyers is quoting says that can two work together. First of all, two agrees to work together.
As a team.
Hold on. Then what next did the Bible say? They become one.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So if when Sterling Bank merged with was it Fortune? What's the name of that other bank that Adenuga owed? When they came to have the meeting, it was partnership. Once the merger happened, they became one bank.
One bank. Yeah. Right.
So you cannot come into marriage and say that there's partnership. There is partnership when one man and one woman comes together to say we want to go into marriage. The partnership ends at that level. The minute they
when
go
it's
into
consummated,
partnership, it's no longer partnership, it's one, yes. And in that one union, the man is the head. You cannot have a partnership where you have one head.
What about the operation
we're not-
of the marriage? What is
The
We're not-
operational system of the home is
Right.
the man being the headship and the woman being the helpmeet.
Support system.
That's not partnership in any
No, it's not
That's
partnership.
even
Sir,
LCC.
please, what's
Even in registered companies, LCC and business format,
Okay.
there is, it's even in the contract or in the agreement or in the deal in the constitution of any business, that when it comes to decision making, somebody, either both parties agree on this or one party can work unanimously, or you understand?
No,
So
that's not partnership.
sir? So what does it mean? What does it mean? I want to ask. I like to ask.
Partnership. I want to disabuse your mind.
What
Because I
does
know
it-
where you're coming
No,
from.
sir. I want to.
I know where you're coming
maybe I
from.
should even ask so you answer
I know where you're
together.
coming from.
What does it mean to work together as a team then?
Marriage is not working together as a team.
Oh wow.
That's the
Okay.
point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
Marriage is not working together as a team.
Okay.
Marriage is working together as one,
Wow, that's
not a
powerful.
team.
That is
The
powerful.
minute you bring a team
Interesting.
into it, the minute you define it as partnership, then it gives everybody an opinion.
Wow.
How do you mean?
If I'm in partnership with
Wow.
you in business, if we together now own a manufacturing company,
Right.
the position of the chairman will be voted, and it will have a tenure. That's partnership. You cannot see any partnership where one person is the head forever. There's election.
True.
They vote leadership, position, maybe 4 years, maybe 2 years. That's partnership. Like you have in banks. Banks or most corporate organizations, they have boards. They have investors. They have shareholders. That's partnership. So every 4 years, they come and they vote in a chairman. You are given the right by everybody for 4 years to sit as the chairman, to make decisions as the chairman. When your tenure expires, there will be another voting. If you have done well, they will say continue. Partnership. In marriage is a union, oneness. The man is the head, irrespective of whether he's doing well or not. That is what I want people to understand. Because calling it partnership means we will question the head when the head is not doing well. That's how partnership runs. Because partnership must be positive. In marriage, the woman agrees that you see this one, this man, I will forever follow you. I will submit to you.
Even when he's not doing well.
Whether you do well or not.
And she can't ask questions.
She cannot.
Wow.
No, not.
Because where she's supposed to ask questions is before she makes the decision.
That sounds like an
No.
autocratic.
It's by her own right. You know, I explained something. I said, the woman you are leading is the woman that by herself has submitted to you. That's why women need to be very careful the man they submit to. Don't go into marriage thinking that if it's not working, I know what to do. Or if the man is not doing well, I'll direct him. No. When you have the mindset, knowing fully well that if I make this decision, I cannot change it, I cannot alter it. That's what God wants. Then I have to be careful about making the decision. I know so many women listening to me now may want to disagree with me, but what I'm saying is what God planned. Why did Adam eat apple? Because Eve ate the apple. Adam could have said, no, go away. Adam ate the apple because he knew there was no other way. Adam knew before he ate that apple that he was going to sin. Adam knew already. Because when he came and Eve presented the apple, he told Eve, oh, why have you done this? But it's a union he has entered that there's no going back. That is the only way marriage will work. When you get into it and you know that there's no going back.
Can hold on, please.
Yes.
Michael, are we still connected on this device?
We are connected, but it's having issues.
Okay, disconnect this device, turn it to Instagram live, and do the same thing you're doing with this one. Let's be sure that our audience are hearing what we're saying. You understand? Because I'm sure people are connecting already.
So if it was not connected, why did you just keep quiet and we're going on?
Marvel, people are coming on already, right? Any comments so far?
Let's know comments.
Yes, it's a
You're
live.
supposed to be live on your own phone.
It's a live broadcast. So
You're supposed to be
please
live.
check on TikTok. Join on TikTok, please. Please disconnect that device. Marvel, disconnect this device. Go on Instagram. It's a live broadcast. We can
You can keep
make
talking.
adjustments.
I've switched to the banner so you can keep talking.
Yes. Yes, they are hearing us on YouTube.
Okay, I can
They're hearing us on YouTube. Let's this
I can see Instagram.
everywhere.
Keep talking. I've switched to
Okay, great.
I can see.
All right,
Instagram.
so let's know when we have any questions. Yeah.
How do I go live on TikTok? Are you not live?
Yes, I'm live on that. That's my device.
Oh.
So be sure that you move back a bit so it captures everybody. Live is not out as formal as we can
The official.
make adjustments.
It's interactive.
So are you sure you're capturing everybody? You know his portrait. So we want, because of the point CDO is making,
No, Debbie
because
is
of this
itching to
point.
say something. Yes, but I want
don't want-
you to finish.
we don't want to miss this point.
Before
Michael, turn on
Debbie
the
Johnson.
speaker. Turn on the speaker so that the sound, the audio gets into. Increase the volume. So we can hear the speaker from here too.
Won't it echo?
No, it won't.
No,
Mic check. All right.
But the phone should be able to
Audio check.
pick our voice now.
You know, we'll be like.
just it won't be like this that we're hearing.
All right.
So why is this not capturing everybody?
He needs to move back a bit. Marvel, you need to move back. If you want to sit down, sit so that you capture every one of us. You know his portrait.
No, but these things should have been set now. The phone should have been set in an angle where it will capture everybody. It's not going to hold it and be moving around now.
TikTok and Instagram are portraits.
So there's one phone for
So
that.
he needs to move back a bit
Then the other
so he
phone
captures everyone. Do you understand, Marvel? Okay.
No, you're not capturing everyone.
CDO is watching it live here.
It's not up on Instagram.
You're not
yet.
supposed to be moving. You're supposed to get a stand and fix the phone.
Can the phone stand portrait on this?
Place it there.
Okay.
Let me go off on Instagram over there.
Let me check YouTube.
So people that are joining, please, we are just facing technical glitches. We fixed in a minute, so that you can hear these points that we're making. One of the things CDO said was that marriage is not partnership.
Marriage is a union.
Marriage
It's
is
not
a
a
unit,
partnership,
a
yes.
union.
It's a union.
Marriage.
It's not a partnership. It's a
Debbie,
union.
Debbie, hold on. Don't worry. You have the floor.
And I'm going to define it. I'm sure Debbie doesn't even understand that marriage is a union, not partnership.
I
But I'm going to
Even
explain.
me, I didn't understand.
actually want to.
I'm
I
just
will
hearing
explain
it.
to
I
you
want
now.
to learn that
Yes, I will
one.
explain to you now.
I'm just hearing it
We
now.
may even go and check the dictionary meaning of partnership
Wow.
for you to
Okay.
understand. Because
Please,
people keep
if
saying
there's
it's
any
a partnership, it's a partnership.
extra device to check dictionary.
If you defend marriage being a partnership, you create problem in the marriage. Because you cannot call something a partnership and you come and tell me that the man is the head.
Wow.
At what point, where did we decide that he should be the head? And that what it means is that once there's any marriage, the two partners will sit down together and decide who's going to be the head in this marriage. So that means we're going to find marriages where the woman is the head.
I think it's happening already.
It's happening already.
It's
That's
happening
because
already.
of the mentality people carry. That marriage is a partnership. It's
We
not a
see
partnership.
men that are saying these days that I will wash plate, I will take care of the
Yes.
children. You feel the lead. Don't
Yes,
worry.
it's because they have been sold that idea that marriage is a partnership. Marriage is not a partnership. It's a
But
union.
does washing plates and doing those things mean that
The man
marriage
is
a
saying,
partnership?
"I will
the
do
man
it."
is willing to
This is
to play the second fiddle.
to be the house husband.
Yes.
While the wife goes to
So even
have a
if
career.
even in marriages where the woman economically has the
More,
upper hand,
yeah.
where the woman is the breadwinner, right? Is it not breadwinner they call
Yes,
it?
it's breadwinner.
Yes,
Even in such marriages, the man is still the head.
Yes, no one is disputing that.
So that can happen in a
No,
partnership.
but in practical terms,
It cannot happen in a partnership.
yeah.
The context of partnership, I said then was that I came from the angle of working together to make the home work, to make the marriage work, putting efforts. I mean, equal efforts.
That's not partnership.
to make the home
That's
work,
not partnership.
To
Working
make the
together
marriage
is not
work.
partnership.
Operation.
Working
That's what
together-
I mean.
Working together is being a team.
Working together as a team. I
Working
fight for
together
that.
is working together even defines a union more. Working together.
Okay, so the word partnership is the problem.
It's not just the word because that word is
Coming from a mentality.
mindset.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
So what I want to
get
deal
it.
with is the
I get it.
mindset first of all before the word.
Okay.
That word has given people that mindset of equality. It has given people that mindset of coming into marriage and believing or feeling that your say is as important as
As
the man's say. That what you decide is as important as what the man decides. But it is not true. And I'm sorry to say that it may not sound good to the
But
ears.
why?
But because that's how God made it.
So a woman doesn't have a say
No.
in her home.
No, the woman's say is the man's voice.
I think it's. I think it's the.
That's-
Is the
no,
Hold on,
Okay,
hold
it's
on.
even more.
Hold
It's
on,
even
people
more
are-
interesting that
Can you need to stay on that point.
The woman's say is the man's voice.
Okay.
Because there cannot be a say outside of the head. We used to say those days that you cannot have two captains in one ship.
Right. I was
You
going to say that.
cannot.
Yeah.
You can't. Two leopards know the day one jungle.
So where does agreement come in?
What do you mean by agreement? If everybody understands their role, the Bible said, wife,
Submit
submit
to your own husband.
own husband. What is submission? You cannot be telling me you have a voice when you're submitting to me. The people who listen to this thing and want to argue it, they still go to their office and they submit to their bosses.
Right.
They still go to their office and they expect their subordinates to submit to them.
No.
They come and they see where the Bible states were behind.
So let's be sure that no device is streaming. That was what causing the lag there. Mic check. But
No, you can just
your volume
reduce
will
your
be
volume. Yes.
Or you step out if you want to have your volume.
So please help us tap the screen. Help us tap the screen. If you're connected on TikTok, tell people the topic is on fire. Now, marriage is not a
So
partnership.
are we back on? Should I continue?
I want you to stay on that. The woman's say is the man's voice.
Voice.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of people need to hear it. And
Okay.
I am
might
really
just- yes,
eager
yeah.
to.
I'm
Yes,
I'm
because
I'm speaking.
It would take a lot for
I'm
for
speaking.
Debbie's heart to melt.
No, our heart is going to melt today. And everyone.
no. First of all,
I've been reading comments.
Sir, first of
I've
all,
been reading
I want to
comments, and
establish
I've
that
waited
I am
for today.
not against submission. A woman should submit.
No, it's
That's
an
what
opinion.
the Bible says.
It's an opinion. No,
A woman
I'm dealing with
should
the information you've put out, the impression you have created outside that marriage is partnership. That's what I want to deal with.
Okay.
And I have said that marriage is not partnership. You said some people wrote that you can exist on two.
I,
There's nothing like somebody-
I explained the area of partnership I was coming from. Maybe partnership was not the right word according to what you've
now
explained.
that you are now saying using
But
maybe.
I explained.
Now that you're
no,
not
I'm not
using
saying
maybe,
maybe.
it means you're not sure of yourself.
No,
So now you have to listen
I'm
to
not
me.
saying maybe.
No, you've come and say maybe.
I didn't say
partnership
maybe.
wasn't the word. Why did you use
Yes,
it?
because you
But
just
now
said.
I want to school the people who have come to the
Okay.
comment section to say that two truths can exist. There's nothing like
yeah,
two
somebody
truths.
said two truths can exist.
Truth is
yeah.
truth. There's nothing like two. Once is two, then one is is
False.
fallacy.
Right.
So let me continue what I'm saying. What I'm saying is based on the word of God, based on the foundation of this earth, based on the foundation of the creation of humans and the ordination
Ordination.
of marriage. That's where I'm coming from. So I said the woman's voice is the man. And I'll make reference. When the woman ate the apple in the garden,
Yes.
the husband came, she gave the husband the apple, and the husband ate the apple. The woman initiated that sin. But when God came to the garden, who did he ask?
The man.
He asked the man.
Adam.
Why did the man take the apple?
He asked the man for a sin the woman initiated. So what he means is that God wanted to hear the woman through the man. That's what God just did.
So there's a part you also need to add to this.
Yes.
I was hoping that was what you're going to say. That quote that Ken said, that you said earlier, the woman's
The woman's say is the man's
is
voice.
the man's voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is directly from scriptures.
Yes.
We should
When
pin that, man.
is that people call it the curse, but I call it the condition.
Yes.
Where God told the woman that you will do your husband bidding.
Bidding,
That's
right.
exactly what that sentence means.
Yes. So
Now
we
God,
have-
you
we have-
we are not all against you.
You are doing God.
Oh, this is a conspiracy.
No, see, listen.
For the records, I'm the host.
For the people
For the
listening
records,
to
I'm
me-
just
for the
moderating.
people
though.
listening
I'm
to
just
me,
moderating.
for the people listening to me, don't attack me yet.
Sir Ken is already removed.
For
First
the
of
records,
all-
I'm just moderating.
Ken is removing himself from-
CDO said.
For the records, I'm
First
just
of all,
moderating.
Dr. said it was wrong of me to have said
Yes.
marriage is partnership.
Yes.
And then I explained
Marriage is not
that,
partnership. Marriage is
and I
union.
explained what I meant. I said working together as a team.
You
to
cannot
run the
explain-
home. That's
listen,
what I meant.
You cannot
by
contradict. You
partnership.
cannot contradict
And-
the mind of God.
Okay. Okay, sir. So
Bear that in mind. That you cannot contradict the mind of God. The minute you contradict the mind of God, you need to pinch yourself and listen to God's word. What I'm speaking here is not my word. If I say anything outside of the Bible, outside of the scriptures, hold me. Once I say anything outside of the scriptures, you've won. I'm not going to say anything. What I said, yes, found it now in the Bible.
Right.
I did not quote Bible, and I'm not going to quote one Bible here. I'm speaking to you to go and do your own research.
we are discussing Christian
Yes, but
marriage.
everything I say here is from the word of God, because I have come here today with the Spirit of God.
Amen.
I didn't come here today as Don J or CDO.
Okay.
I'm speaking as an oracle.
So what are we even
A
coming
lot of
here
people
before?
call.
Eh?
A lot of people actually
No,
call
there are
you
days I
pastor
come here
on
as
the
a
comment
man.
section. A lot of
The day,
people call you
the day
pastor.
I came here to come and talk about side chick, I came here as a man. You understand?
Apostle Paul said, I speak as a man.
Yes. But what I'm saying now, I'm saying it based on the word of God. That marriage is a union, not a partnership.
Okay.
Is erroneous for anybody to define marriage as partnership. And Oyes brought out where they say, can two work together except they agree? Remember that what the Bible said about marriage is that he who finds,
Finds a good
at
thing.
the point of finding, there's partnership. Because if I see a woman, I need to cut her, woo her,
Right.
like her. That's where the
Right.
partnership ends.
Right.
The minute I say, will
She
you
has
marry
to
me?
agree.
You understand? It is now left to her to go and think about the partnership, how the partnership has been. You understand? Because a merger is about to happen. You understand? People who are in the corporate world will understand what I'm saying.
Merger and acquisition, right?
Merger and acquisition is about to happen. An acquisition is about to happen. You got it right. It's an acquisition. It's no longer. We have.
You don't
the
acquire.
merger is, yes.
I'm telling you.
The merger is at the point of partnership, where we're still cutting, we're still looking at each other if it will work or not, because you will have to submit. You're about to sell your rights.
Right.
You're about to
About to be
sell your
acquired.
rights. You're about to mortgage your authority. So you have to look very well. It is people who make mistake at that point that enter the marriage, the acquisition, and start looking at partnership. They're still looking back. It is no longer partnership. The minute you people come together, why will I stand at the altar and the priest will take my hand and put a woman's hand in my hand and tell me to put a ring on her finger?
Right.
It's not partnership. And then she takes the ring put on my own finger. Then she takes a vow, submitting to me. That's what happens on the table of partnership. She submits to me till death do us part, which means that she has sold her right. She has given me that porridge that this guy
Esau and
Esau
Esau and Jacob.
gave his
Jacob.
right for. That's what you're about doing.
Oh boy.
You are now giving your right to me on that union.
So now,
You understand? So the minute we turn our back from that altar, it becomes a union. That's why you will live there and you go to newspaper and you go to government and go and say, I have changed my name today from Monica Josiah. I have now changed my name to Monica Tunde. Why? Nobody does that if it's partnership. Partnership is where we come and agree 100%. You take 60, I take 40, or is it 50-50, or is it 20? You see that 20 that is my own, it is my own. You cannot, for any reason, touch it. You cannot decide. If we have decisions to make and I have 20% vote, I must bring my 20% vote. That's partnership. That's not what happens in marriage. Marriage is a union where a woman, in fact, go and check. Whenever people are getting married, do you know what they write? The woman weds the man. Why? Have you ever asked yourself why?
Why the woman comes first?
Why? Yes.
yeah, my husband has always had a problem with that.
Because
Saying, no be me marry you, now you marry, no be me you marry me, now me marry you.
yes, so you need to explain why it is that way. Is because the woman is the one who is giving up everything.
Okay.
So her role is more important at the beginning of that union. To legalize that union, the woman's role is more important because she's the one about to give up everything to follow this man. So she's the one we want to be sure is willing. When you stand in front of the altar, watch the priest. The priest is always looking at the woman. Do you take this man? Is when the priest is asking the woman, do you take this man that he's serious? When he's asking the man, he just goes through the question. Do you take her to be your... But watch when the priest is asking the woman, because the priest understands what the woman is doing. You are about to give up everything to follow this one, because submission is very difficult. It is not easy.
So
man
the
cannot
problem
submit.
is who you
Are
submit.
you aware a man cannot submit? A man cannot submit. A man is not created to submit. A man cannot submit because God made man
Within the context of a home or not naturally.
within the context
But
of
sir,
a home.
there was a scripture. There was a part of the scripture, same Ephesians, that says that husband and wife submit yourselves.
Your body,
Yourselves to one another.
Your body.
It's only talking about body.
physical body, yes, sexually.
Only body.
Yes. It is not. It is
Okay.
not yourself.
I remember this conversation.
It is your body.
trended one time.
It's your body.
No,
When someone said that
a
man
translation
can
says
submit.
your body.
Let's know when comments are coming in and when
Yourselves,
people
rather.
want to. When comments are coming in, so we can add.
So click on the tab, share the live.
So the what the Bible says there, go and read it. It says your body,
No, a translation says your own selves. Yourselves.
your body. Don't mind that translation. Go and read the original translation. Go and find out.
And let's see the context. The context is important before we.
Submit your
So
body
the question now
one
should
to
be
another.
the question now is who you now submit to.
Yes. So
That is
No, that's a trap.
so-
What he's
eh?
asking is a trap.
it's not a trap. No, it's not a trap.
What's
It's not a trap. Hold on. It's not a trap. It's not a trap. It's,
So who
it's the
you now
solution.
submit to
All the problem.
Is now the problem.
All the problem we have with this issue, the divorce cases, the reason women are challenging marriages, the reason women believe that they're equal partners is because they have not taken time to choose the person they will submit to. So what she's asking is valid question. And that is the solution. If the people who are unmarried will listen to us today and listen to what we're about to say, there will not be problem. There will not be problem. My son, first son, just graduated from high school, and I saw his yearbook, and they asked him, who is your role model? And he said, my parents, my father and my mother. I read that and I'm like, oh, this is why I will never do any wrong in this boy's eyes. He has placed me where he looks up to me. He has placed me where I look like what a father should be to him. So, no matter what I do, I can't stop being his father. Because I am the only example of a father he believes, he knows, he adores. He wants to be like.
Emulate, yes.
You understand? And from the day I read that in, the burden on me as a father doubled.
Wow.
So now I am more careful how I deal with him. I want to love him more. I want to direct him more. Now I have put myself in a position where I must make sure he succeeds by the grace of God. Because that burden is on me now as his father. Not because I gave birth to him, but because he has chosen me as his role model. So that's what happens in marriage. For a woman to submit to a man, you must be sure that this
Who
is
you're
the man
submitting to.
I want to. So that's where you need to now check what are the things that are important to you. What do you fancy in a man? What would you like to have in a man that you want to see as your role model, as your father, as your lover, as your head, as your king, as everything? What are the things you want to see in him? Don't be a woman who likes, who you love material things. There's nothing wrong with that. You love material things and you want to go and marry a guy who does not pay attention to acquiring material things just because you want to marry. And 2 years down the line, you start telling people he's lazy, he's not doing well, he's not providing. It's your error. He never promised you he could do more than he's doing. So you as a woman should be able to say, no, this is not the one I want to. This one cannot be my king. You are a wise
Not to
woman.
try and force him to
Sir,
change.
Exactly.
This one is dies you. Sometimes you
it's not-
marry him. You see those same things that make you, that you want, that you marry him for. And then the reverse is the case when
No,
you
it's
get
not
into
true. You
the
didn't see
marriage.
them. You didn't see them. Let me tell you what happened. You did not see them. You convinced yourself
We've had
that you have
cases
seen
like
them.
that.
No, you didn't see them.
So they didn't see
You
right.
didn't see them.
You are
Yes.
whining yourself.
You didn't see them. You looked out for the wrong things. First of all, you looked out with a bias. And that bias is the fact that you want to quickly marry. Or this guy is fine. This guy, I can't let him go. This fine guy. or this guy that looks like, or this guy that is very good in the Zaoza room, and you understand. So you actually picked wrongly, and it is when you have picked wrongly. And if anybody wants to contest what I'm saying, please, we invite you to this studio, and I'm going to ask you 1 or 2 questions before you picked, and I'll show you that you picked wrongly. And that goes back to what I told people, that be led by the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God will never
I
go
think
wrong.
that's where it all ends.
Yes.
That you
If you're
should
led
be
by the Spirit of
If
God,
you're led.
you will know. Even the Spirit of God will remind you what are the important things to you.
That's another topic on
Sometimes
its
the
own.
important things to you are not the right things.
That's being led by the Spirit of God is another topic on its own.
That
if
is
the important
conclusion of the
If the
matter.
important things are not the right thing, the Spirit of God will let you know.
That is what
So
I'm
if
saying.
you allow
That's why
yourself
it's
to be led by
important
the
to
Spirit
hear.
of God.
Because
From
some people
God
that will hear
before you
this
choose
be
your
led by the
partner.
Spirit of God, what they are thinking now in our Christian circle is that the Spirit showed me this brother, that this brother is my wife, or this
At that
brother is my
comment,
husband.
No, not yet.
This brother is
Are
my
you sure?
husband.
Where are you?
I'm checking. I'm going around. I've gone to Instagram. I've gone on YouTube.
Okay.
You understand?
I'm
So
back on TikTok now.
Okay.
But I'm seeing the likes on TikTok.
Okay.
767.
So back to where we were before we got here. We were talking about partnership and union.
Right.
Am I clear now to you that marriage is not partnership?
To a
but
reasonable
union?
extent, yeah.
No, not
How
reasonable.
much
If
more
it's
do you
reasonable,
To a reasonable extent. I don't totally agree,
told
but
you.
to a
okay,
reasonable,
what
to a
don't you
reasonable
agree with?
extent.
What don't you agree
The
with?
fact that you're trying to flip it.
I am not
Flip
flipping
it
it.
on me.
I'm not flipping it.
I like
Let
the
me tell
fact
you.
that
Let me tell you where maybe you may still be having doubts. So are you now saying that the woman does not have a say in marriage? That's what's on your mind and so many other people. And I will tell you that the woman has every say in marriage.
Every right.
The woman has all the say in marriage. The man is just her microphone. The man is just her voice. Women don't understand that yet. That everything in marriage is in the hands of the woman.
Right.
Adam went out. The serpent came and went to the woman. Why didn't the serpent wait for Adam to come back? Why didn't the serpent go to Adam? The woman has every say in the marriage.
Because he knows the
woman
man
has
would-
control, which is what I said, that people said they argue, say partnership. It is not partnership. It is a union. And in a union, you cannot have 2 opinions at once. It must be one opinion per chance.
On every issue.
Everything must be one opinion. The man is the head, which means that opinion must be in agreement with the voice, which is the man. So if you are a woman now, you want to eat fufu this night, you cannot go into the kitchen and start making fufu and bring it out, and your husband will say, boy, I'm not mama eat. Oh, no, na fufu you go eat. Oh. There's a problem. You've gone against the union. So what you will do, people who are in occultism will understand what I'm saying better. What you will do is when you want to eat fufu, you go and lie down on your husband's chest and say, darling, I feel like eating fufu. Fufu don't the hungry me since. You go say fufu ke no. Eating fufu, eat yam. No, yam ke. You know, you're waiting yam they do. You know, yesterday the man we eat yam yesterday, say he don't. Hey, that waiting kill him. No, they say I say yam till waking and do. No top mention yam again. No. If that's so, make we eat fufu. Okay, make I go make fufu. The food don't even there for fire, I don't the boy. The voice has agreed. The authority has agreed.
Oh my
But
God.
you instigated it.
yeah.
You intended it.
So every woman needs to understand.
And when the man also wants something done, the man comes to you, sweetheart. Can you make me some salad? I feel like eating salad. You want salad? Okay, I'll make it. Why? Because he cannot make it. The woman is the engine room. The woman runs the show. But the man is the authority. It's left to the man to make sure that because he's the authority, he's always getting the wife to agree to his decisions. That's why the Bible said, you love your wife. You can't go against someone you love. You cannot take a girl to a restaurant now that you love and you make order first. No. How do we do when we take ladies out?
Ladies
They give you, the
Ladies
girl,
first.
the waitress knows you're the one who's going to pay the bill. The waitress knows you're the king. So when they bring the menu, they put it in your hand, you now pass it to your woman. Why? Because you love her. You care. You want her happy. You want her satisfied. Then she's going to open it. She hasn't asked you if you have money. No concern her. Because now waiting she
Why
want
you
for this
carry
table
am
now
come?
they
Why
put-
you carry am
no,
go out?
I want women to understand
Why you carry am
what
go
this union is and how it should be run. Once you understand how to run this union, you go and sleep. Whether you be man or woman. You get
That's
opens
right.
it. Can I have calamari? Can I have this? Can I have this? The man go come do the sweat. They calculate in pocket. He must deliver. He must deliver. Because he loves his woman. And then when the girl is done picking what she wants to eat, she will now say, you, what do you want? The only jollof rice they go pick for you.
Always.
It is love. You understand?
It happened to me
It
this
is
morning.
love. Then when you people are done eating, even women who are more financially buoyant than the men, when they are done eating, she's going to pass her ATM to you. Say, what's up? Can you handle the bill? You can use my ATM. The guy will say, no, don't worry, I'll take care of it. That's headship. And when he cannot take care of it, he will collect
I like that kind of headship.
the ATM. Hold on and listen. I didn't stop there. When he cannot, he will collect that ATM like this, bring it out, put it as if it's his own. Because it's his own. Because he's your voice. He's your authority. He's your protector. He's your covering. That gele on your head, he's actually that gele on your head. That gele is there as a symbol of covering. Your covering is that man. That's what I want women to understand. So it's not a partnership. It's a union. In that union, the man is the headship. And the Bible said the woman is what? The helpmeet. Why was the woman created? Let's go back to creation. Why was the woman created? The woman wasn't created because God needed two people to run things on earth. Do we forget that it is not good
For man to
for
be
man to
To
be
be
alone?
alone.
Let us make him what?
A
The
helpmate.
woman was created for the man. How can you come and say something we then create you for? Say you and them be partner. Why are we missing out what the Bible taught us? What the Bible is saying? It is not good for the man to be alone. Let's make him what? A
A
helpmate.
helpmate.
Pause. Let's make him help. Pause there. Who needs a help?
The man.
A help is only needed when there's inadequacy.
right.
You can't bring help
When there's
where
adequacy.
there's adequacy. You only bring help when there's inadequacy. So it is not good for man to be alone. That makes him inadequate.
So the man needs
Hold
the
on and
woman.
listen. I want to school you. Don't be in a hurry.
I like this.
I know
It
you
is
like
not
this
good
one.
for the man to be alone. That automatically defines the man as inadequate because God has seen that he cannot survive alone.
Wow.
When people read that in the Bible, what they think is that it's loneliness. No, it's not. He cannot survive alone. If he bend down, blow fire for firewood for 5 minutes, get up, he go get headache.
Migraine, right.
So there are so many things he cannot do for himself. So the Bible stops there. We need to make him what? A help. Pom, what is a help? A help is what? Please, can you help me carry this table? That means my hand is full. I cannot carry the table. So you are helping me. You are doing what I cannot do for myself. That's the woman. So the woman was created for the man to do what the man cannot do for himself. Being in authority is not what the man needs. Because the man by himself is authority. So you coming into a marriage and you want to be authority. You're not feeling that inadequacy. You coming into the marriage and you want to tell the man sit down or stand. No, that's not what he needs. What does he need? He's the one who knows what he needs. He's the one to tell you what he needs. So when you go into a union, your role becomes whatever that man cannot do. So you can see that you're actually more powerful.
The women, I have always had the opinion
Yes, but
that women are more powerful.
that's your power resides in him. Because without him, you cannot show that your power. That your power is supposed to fill his gaps. That your power is not supposed to double his strength. No. Your power is supposed to fill his gaps. That's why they say that behind every successful man. Why do they say behind every successful man? Because you are there to fill his emptiness, to fill his shortcomings, to fill his inadequacy. That's what you're there for. You're not there to show power where he has power.
A woman of God recently said that it is beside that behind that
Leave that one
beside
of
that
God.
woman is
Leave that woman
sexually
of
used
God.
and
That woman of God is a
expletive word.
great woman of God, but at that point she was just preaching like the Antichrist. Because saying that is you going against the word of God. And I have told you here, at creation, God said it is not good for man to be alone. Let us make him a helpmeet. Suitable.
Help that is made for him.
Suitable for him. Oh. The Bible did not say help suitable for the world, suitable for the animals, suitable for economy, suitable for the things I've put in the earth. Suitable? No, he says suitable.
Right.
So everything I'm saying here about the woman is only when a woman has picked a man and say, my king, I submit to you. Please, if you're a woman and you are not married, it is not for you. You cannot submit to anybody. I'm not asking you to submit to anybody. If you're a woman and your husband has gone to be with the Lord, I'm not talking to you. You are your own boss. But if you are a woman and you have gone to go and meet a man and say, I will marry you, and go to the altar with him or wherever and take the vow and change your name to his name, this is for you. You are not in partnership with him. You are in a union. And in that union, he's the head. But you know what? This my head cannot move if my neck is not there. So you don't have to come and argue, brag that you are head, you are equally seated in high places with. No. That head, without you, there will be no head. You are the neck, you are the body. Without you, the head will not function.
That's right.
Once women understand that without them, if the next time your man comes to come and tell you, I'm the head, I'm the boss, tell him that, oh yeah, move, let me see you without me now. If he says he's the head, you just stand without movement, stiffen yourself as the neck, he will beg you. Because without the neck, the head cannot move. So everything that the man is, everything the man will be, everything that the man becomes, he cannot exercise that authority without the woman. He cannot achieve anything without the woman. But the position God has given the woman is to be the man's support. And the position God has given the man is to be the woman's head. And there God now said, women, submit to your own husband. And said to the husband, you love your wife. Once we understand this and we carry it out, listen, there will not be any problem in any marriage. There will not be any reason for any divorce. So for the people who came to the comment section and they said that they are both saying the truth, no, we're not both saying the truth. Which is what I have come here to come and establish. That marriage is not a relationship.
A partnership.
A partnership, sorry, is a relationship.
It's
but
a
not-
union.
A partnership is a union. The relationship is a union kind of relationship.
Where
Where when you look at, you don't see individuals. You see one.
oneness.
And one cannot have two voices. One will only have one voice. And who is the voice? The man. Now, how that voice is informed is now between
What
them.
matters?
Maybe that's where what she was
That's
looking
where
at
I
that-
was coming to.
But it is always good to keep the narrative very, very clear
Okay.
so that you don't confuse
Now we
people.
have clarity.
Within the, but I have explained to you that the woman actually is the engine. When I said the engine room, I said everything, but the people will still not understand.
Yeah, sir. Maybe it's because you used food as an analogy. You know, you said your birthday party and
Should
your
I
wife.
use car?
Maybe we should use other things.
Should I
like
use car?
car or business or
Okay,
finance or
I have
something.
a Rolls Royce Phantom. What makes it start?
The engine.
What makes it move?
The engine.
What makes it speed?
The engine.
But what is the vehicle? A Rolls Royce
Rolls
Phantom.
Royce. Yes.
And when I tell you I have a Rolls Royce Phantom and you want to come and see my Rolls Royce Phantom and maybe interact with it, what do? You look at the aesthetics.
Right.
You start the ignition.
Right.
You turn the
Check
steering.
the engine.
You come out, touch the grills and everything. You don't go to the engine. Yes, because you have no business with the engine. The engine is what makes the car move. The engine is what gives the car what the car. That Rolls Royce Phantom you hear that cannot break down on the road is because of the kind of engine that they put in it. That power that the car shows is why because of the engine. But anybody who wants to admire a Rolls Royce Phantom will come and touch the front, look at the grills and everything. That's how it is. The woman is the engine room. Let her stop bragging. Let her stop coming out to come and prove that she's the success of this marriage or that she's the one controlling this marriage. What anybody wants to look at that marriage, they look at the man. Why do we go out with our wives to party and everything and somebody will see your wife looking beautiful, they will say, your husband is really taking good care of you. Who
The
told you
glory
your husband
goes
that
to
is
the
taking
man.
care? But the man is the facade. The man is the outlook of the union.
Some men won't agree with you on
He's
this
the
one.
voice.
I say some man is facade.
Let the men come here. I be the women. Whoever wants to disagree with me will come and open the Bible. Everything I'm saying comes from the Bible. But I put it in layman's language so that everybody will understand. Because if I start quoting Bible and reading that, you will not be able to think. I want
But why
to
does
give you
the glory go to the man though?
because he's
When
the
a woman
he's
looks
the
good.
he's the flagship. He's the authority. Is the flagship now. Why do you want the glory to come to you?
No, that's not my point. I'm
That's
not
what you're
the
saying.
glory-
Now, why are you
no,
asking?
no.
You're questioning
I
the
am
glory
asking,
going to the man,
I am asking. I'm
and
not
the glory does not even go to the man.
why in a nutshell, whenever a woman looks good, I've observed over
Right,
time,
right,
you
right.
know, since I became married,
Eh,
when you look good,
eh,
your husband, they take care of you. That's the remark you get.
eh.
True.
I
And
will
some,
tell you why.
sometimes, not just me though, women out at large, and sometimes the man is not even in the picture. Like the man is not the one piloting it,
But
like
let me,
making you
but
look
let me
good.
tell you. Let me
In
tell you
some
something.
cases,
Let me
in
tell you
your own
something.
yes, the glory goes
me-
to the
in
man.
your own
Let me-
case,
Why?
Let me tell you.
in your own case, who is financing?
Don't put me on the
Who is
spot.
Let me-
bankrolling
let me-
your?
Don't put me on the spot.
Let me tell you.
We are
Let
just
me tell you
talking.
why. Let me
Don't
tell
put
you
me
why.
on the
Let me
spot.
tell you why. Let me tell you why. There's this saying that a happy wife, a happy home. You've heard it before.
I said it here the other day.
A happy wife,
A happy home.
What makes a wife happy?
A reasonable husband.
If that's how you want to put it.
A responsible husband.
So can a wife be happy with a bad husband?
No.
So the people who see you outside and say, "Oh, you're shining," they know you are happy, and for you to be that happy, that means you have a reasonable husband.
Okay, that's what it means.
So the problem with what you are saying now is that you're looking at Naira and Kobo. That's why you say she comes out, she's happy, and most times the husband is not. You're looking at Naira and Kobo.
It's not limited
Listen,
to Naira and
it's only
Kobo.
a poor man that thinks that money makes anybody
It's
happy.
not limited.
Listen, if you have
it's
not
not
seen
limited
money,
to Naira
you only
and
think
Kobo.
money makes people happy when you've not seen money.
It's not
When
everybody
you see
money makes happy.
when you touch money, you will know that what makes you happy goes beyond money.
It's not money. I believe that it's not money. That
A
it's
woman
not just
cannot
money.
be happy except you have left the marriage.
It's
A
not
woman
limited
cannot.
to-
You cannot be living with a man in a house and be happy if the man is not reasonable. You cannot.
You have seen those people before and after
You
pictures now.
cannot.
I said a
Women
reasonable, a
outside
responsible-
marriage.
If you come
Before and
out,
after
if you go
pictures,
out
yes.
and anybody says to you, "Wow, you're shining," it means your man has no qualms. He's not giving you problem.
Wow.
Yes, if there's problem at home, if the man is
You not
giving
gonna remember
problem,
to do your
you
hair.
not go shine. You not go shine.
Hey!
Yes.
You not gonna remember to do your hair.
Until
Even
you
when
leave-
there's money.
Until you leave that marriage. Until you leave the marriage.
Wow.
Ken, are these not comments?
No, these are not comments.
Okay.
What platform, sir?
I'm on TikTok.
Well, you just introduction. Welcome to TikTok live. Blah, 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 blah.
So when you go out and you are shining, it means at least the man at home is not giving you problem. He may not have to give you. He may not be able to solve your financial problems. But first of all,
You have peace
you are
of
in
mind.
harmony.
Right.
That's the only reason you come out shining. Otherwise, you will not shine. No, let me tell you. Once you are bothered inside, it will show on your face. Once there's problem, yes. Once there's problem inside, the first place you see it is expression. Someone told me this morning that go and eat. Anytime you don't eat, you look pale. It's the hunger inside me that shows on my face. The malnutrition. And that's how it is. So when I see
So
women who come out...
what happens to packaging? You know, there's this. I hear people say this a lot. We don't have to look like our problems. You don't
In
have
fact,
to
we
look
don't
like
look
your
like our
problem.
problems.
We shouldn't look like our problems. How about that?
What do you call your problem now? Is it the man that created your problem? The man did not create your problem. The man is only at fault when he is your problem. Is the man your problem? If he's not your problem, your papa born on at 24 for house. You go marry. Then they call you from house to bring school fees for 7 people waiting for school. Is it the man's fault? I don't understand. There's no food in your kitchen. Is it the man's fault?
No, it's not limited
Never
to these
take light.
examples
Never
that you
take
are
light.
giving.
Never take light. Your neighbor generator the sound on an old get generator. Would the man kill himself? It is only when the man is your problem.
Right.
Is there anything he promised you he's not doing? You understand? That's it. Or you have ill health or something. Is it the man's fault? It's not his fault.
I missed the whole.
So women, in fact, if you go and read about the virtuous woman, you have a mind, a change of mind.
Proverbs 31.
Yes, go read it.
The Proverbs 31 woman.
Yes.
We've read about her,
Uh-huh.
and by the grace of God, we are working towards that.
Very
We
good.
are emulating
Okay.
and we are learning. The truth is, as we grow, we learn, unlearn, and unlearn, right?
Okay.
And I like the fact that we revert to the scriptures. I believe in marriage as a woman. Whatever you're doing as a married woman, whatever you're doing that is not within the context of what the Bible says is not the right thing. And that is why I would always go back to scriptures. If scriptures is not saying it, it's not validating
So
it, then
another
it's not
another
the right
point I
thing.
want to bring out,
Once you
because
take this point, we'll take a comment.
another point I want to bring out, based on what you're saying, because we're trying to deal with what people have been saying based on the podcast we had. Another thing I want to say now is that just as you are saying now that you should always stick to the word of God, some people will argue that marriage can work without you being a Christian.
Right.
Some people will say
We've
so.
had people
Some
who
people will
said
say, but what if you're not a Christian? Why are people mentioning the word of God? It's the only Christians that have good marriages. No.
Right.
You've had comments
But
like that.
we're discussing Christian marriage.
No,
That's the
don't
standard
even,
we're
there's nothing.
discussing.
Christian marriage is tautology.
Oh, wow.
Because it's God that created marriage.
Christian marriage is tautology.
I thought we were discussing marriage.
We are discussing it because of
Within the
Nigerian parlance,
Christendom.
as in because of our language, but it's actually tautology. Marriage is marriage, and marriage is ordained by God, created by God, ordained by God. So he must follow his pattern. And this God's word we're talking about, anytime you say God's word, people will only think of, that book, Christians, Bible. Yes, because that's where the word of God has been captured and documented. But the truth is, marriage is ordained by God, and he must follow his own principles, because he ordained it, he created it. He created man. So what we're saying now is that for your marriage to work, you must follow the principles of the one who
Who
ordained
created
marriage.
the marriage,
Yes.
yes.
Even if you are not a practicing Christian, even if you are not practicing the religion they call Christianity, as long as you understand that this marriage is ordained by God, and the principles that guide marriage are principles he laid down, which is what I'm speaking about, which is why I don't want to be mentioning pages of the Bible, because I want to talk to everybody. And once you have married, you have obeyed a God laid down principle
For marriage.
for marriage. You must follow it. So that's what we're saying here. And everything I'm saying lies in those principles that God has given us for marriage. I would not say anything outside of it. There's nowhere where God told the woman that you are in partnership with this man. I'm bringing the story of creation and the word of God as I'm saying these things. When God created the man, he said it is not good for him to be alone. We will make him a helpmate suitable for him. He put the man to sleep. He took a rib from the man. Do you know that rib God removed from the man to make the woman his ownership?
Okay.
His ownership. The man owns the woman. Full ownership.
Yes.
If you cut fabric from this my shirt now and make a top, I own the top. I own
Wow,
it
that's
totally.
deep.
People don't understand this. Why did God take the man's rib to make the woman? Because he was bringing the woman into service for the man.
I thought it was completion. I thought that symbolized completion.
Completion of what?
Like the rib that is missing
Missing where?
from the man. God took it.
So the woman is to complete.
It's a
the
part of
complete
the man.
him.
Is the man not the owner? The man was
Okay.
already in existence and had breath.
Okay.
God did not give the man breath after he created the woman. He made the man, gave him breath. So he was an entity already.
He was already functioning.
Okay.
And then he now put him to sleep and removed a part of him to complete him. If that's the word you want. And he now created the woman. And after creating the woman, he brought him to the man. God did not finish creating the woman and instructed the woman and went away. If God did that, then God would have owned the man and the woman. God finished
That's
creating the
right.
woman and he brought the woman to the man. Because at that level, our level of intelligence now has been shut down to 5%. We're not as intelligent as we were in the Garden of Eden.
True.
So at the Garden of Eden, God didn't need to tell Adam, say, see the one where I come out from your body where I create. Where you say, no.
But God said something. Behold the bone of your
No,
bones.
no.
It is not God
He
that
didn't
said
say
that.
that.
Oh. It's not God.
was Adam.
Listen, it was Adam
It
that said
wasn't.
it.
It wasn't God.
It wasn't God.
Oh,
Adam,
wow.
by his intelligence, which
Okay.
was at 100% at creation,
Okay.
as God was coming with the woman, Adam looked immediately and Adam knew that this is me.
Okay.
Removed from me, created for me.
Okay.
And that's why he made that pronouncement.
Okay.
Wow, I like that.
This
I
is the
thought
bone
it
of
was
my
God.
bone.
I had always
No,
thought
it's not God.
I should go
Stop.
back and read
I don't
it
want
again.
you to thought anything again after today. I want you to follow the scripture.
Do you want to stay on that? Removed from me, created for me.
Yes,
That's
removed
powerful.
from
That's really
The man.
Okay.
created. So that's ownership. Full ownership. Oh. There's nothing anybody owns in this world that can be compared to the way the man owns the woman. I'm coming, because some guys will start arguing
Owns
that
his
nobody
wife.
owns his wife.
Right.
I'm coming, I'm going there. So when they brought him to him, for that to happen, for Adam to lay claim of the one that is for him, he made that pronouncement that this is what?
The bone
Flesh
of
of
my
my
bone
flesh,
and the flesh
bone
of
of
my
my
flesh.
bone.
Yes.
She shall be called.
Eve. Woman. Eve.
So you know what he did? He pronounced ownership, and to prove ownership, he named the woman. It is that exercise that we have carried into marriage. That's why when a woman decides to marry a man, the man will have to name you. For you out there that you have married and you're still bearing your father's name, you are going against the scripture. You're going against God's plan. When God brought
Why
Eve,
do women do that?
when God brought Eve to Adam,
No,
when Adam said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, she shall be called Eve, God would have said, no, don't call her Eve. She's my daughter. I will be the one to name her. No,
But you
God
can
didn't say
add
that.
your own name.
Yes. God allowed Adam because God knows that Adam owns the one that is his wife. And that's why the woman I live with today bears my name. It is confirmation of that. So if you are married out there and you're bearing your father's name, first of all, I blame your father because I'm not sure your mother is bearing her own father's name.
But how about men
So
who
how
allow it?
how do you react to adding your husband's name to your father's
Why
name?
did you marry?
That-
Why did
that's
you
what
marry
he's
him?
saying. That's what he's saying.
You see, I tell you that where this problem, the problem we're dealing with here starts from women deciding to marry the wrong person.
Some women would say they don't want
Otedola's daughter.
They don't want to drop
Otedola's
the name.
daughter married.
Right.
Otedola's daughter married a boy whose
Saeed.
name
Right.
is not as big as her father's name. We, including me, we were expecting her not to change her name.
she
The first thing she
yanked
did
it
was
off.
to change her name. Every day I go to that girl's page to go and look at her. From that day, my respect for her grew.
She yanked it off.
You understand? You that you want to keep your father's name, who is your father? Who is your father?
Who's your daddy?
In this Nigeria, if your father is not Dangote, your father is not Otedola, your father is not Tinubu, your father is not Adenuga,
Adeleke.
and your father is not me. Go to him. Who is your father?
Who is your daddy?
Who is your father? That you're bringing this argument. You don't want to change your name because of this. Now, listen, I don't have a problem with you saying that you don't want to change your name, but don't marry that boy whose name is not as big as your father's name.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Your father was the first traditional ruler of your village, the first pastor of your church, the first oil company MD of your oil company, the first MD of the bank that your family uses. So you cannot change your name. Why don't you go and marry Donald Trump's son?
Even if he's all of that and more.
You understand?
You should
So
change
that's where
your
the problem
name.
starts from.
You
So
should
first of
change
all,
your
you're going
name.
into marriage with a man that you already know you're bigger than.
Right. So there's already
That you
trouble.
already know that what you have something that is bigger than what he has.
Trouble having issues.
So you cannot make him your king. Then you get in and you now start telling him that marriage is partnership. Why? Because your father's name you're bringing is bigger than his own name. That's not the man you should marry.
It's the first sign of contempt. in
Exactly.
marriage.
So if you're not humble enough, if you're not discerning enough to know that this man I want to make my king, I will elevate him above everything I have, then you're not ready. So we're busy going into marriage unprepared, and when we get in, we start tackling things that are not issues. These things are written, they are well spelled out in the Bible. They took a rib from the man to make the woman for him. You know, God said, women suitable for him. Oh, that's marriage, oh, that's union. He didn't say woman suitable for all the men because he knew he was going to give them instruction to multiply. That's why he emphasized that for him. Eve was meant for Adam, not for Cain and Abel. So we need to understand these things. They are well spelled out in the Bible. But we come and we get into marriage and want to turn them upside down. Then the argument the woman will bring is that, are you now saying the woman is lesser than the man? No, the woman is more than the man.
That's right.
I argue it everywhere. The woman is more than the man.
It's true.
Because from what we know about technology, when you make something from an existing material, it is an upgrade.
Right.
It's an upgrade.
Wow.
You like that?
So the woman,
That,
the woman is an upgrade of the man.
That one hit
The
different.
woman is an upgrade of the man.
Yes.
Because the man was finished. It's a finished product. It's the second attempt. God's second attempt on creation. It must be better now.
Yes.
There's
I
no way.
agree. I totally agree.
He did not make the rib from mud. He brought an existing rib. Something that already had blood and life in it.
Oh, well, God, Sha.
He created man from dust, from something that had no life.
Yeah,
He created the woman from something that had life. So it's an upgrade. But God, because he's a just God, you know what he did? If he created you and left you like that, the man will be your slave. Because of the covenant he has with the man. After making you an upgrade, he took your authority and put in the man.
Right.
Kai.
The same thing British did to Nigeria.
God, Sha.
The British people came to Nigeria and saw the Igbo region, saw the Yoruba region, very intelligent, very planned, living already, had everything, had technology. They looked at the north, nothing. They say, no, let's replicate what God did with creation. They took the power from the west, from the east, and put it in the north. So no matter what Igbo people and Yoruba people do, as long as we are in Nigeria, the north will have the power. We can only struggle. So no matter what we do as human beings, woman, if you like, form inclusion, form anything, carry pink and make pink the world color. Even give birth now, let your children be pink. The authority is with the man and you cannot argue it.
Ken, you want to read some comments?
You say something. When you finish, I'll say.
I personally think, like I earlier established in the last edition, the last podcast, I said if only women know the strength they have, they won't even be fighting authority with the men.
Have you agreed that the man
The
has
truth-
authority? First of all, because each time I
Yes,
finish talking,
I
you always harp on women knowing what they carry. Have you now agreed
I
that the
have
authority is with the
never
man?
disputed that fact.
So do you now
that
believe
the
that
authority is with the
every
man?
wife
Every wife should submit to her own husband.
Totally.
I have already established that before. I have never fought it.
So we're now on the same page.
I have never. I don't know why you are saying this. I've never
You
contested
are not
it.
contesting it, but you're
But yeah,
insinuation.
No.
You're making
Like
comments.
partnership,
You're making
you know.
comments that will make
I only say what I said to make women like myself realize how much of strength we actually have. You know, the Bible calls us weaker vessels. So I don't know. Some people define that weaker vessels in
Is it written in the
in
Bible?
crazy ways.
It is.
Yes,
He said
it
you
is.
treat her.
Yeah.
Treat-
Treat her.
So they begin to think.
Listen to
Some
what
people-
listen to what he's saying.
some
He
people
said
re-
treat
Treat
her.
her as the weaker vessel.
So some people don't understand. Maybe we need to
What does
enlighten
it mean?
people
What
about
does it mean
That-
to be
that
a
weaker
weaker
vessel.
it means
That
women.
weaker vessel is in authority.
I also think it's in
Sir,
emotional.
please
I will
expatiate.
explain.
Emotional.
Okay, so let me explain. No, very simple. We don't have
Because
to go
people
far.
are taking it
Why
the
is
other
America?
way.
Why is America called world power? Why is America called world power?
Because of the power they carry.
Is
because
it in
of
their
the-
population?
It's not in their population.
Is it in their physical strength?
No, it's
Is it by the
not.
number of men that can beat Africans?
No.
Is in what? Is in authority.
Thank you.
Okay.
You understand? Who is in
Okay.
is in authority? Whoever who is in authority. Why do we call Bola Ahmed Tinubu #1 citizen? Is he taller than?
Because he's in
Ken?
because
He's
he's
in
the number one
authority.
man in Nigeria right now.
He's the one with the most authority in Nigeria.
Yes, yes.
Shout out
You
to our
understand?
president.
Okay, sir. So
His birthday was yesterday. Shout
Yeah.
out to you, Mr. President. Happy birthday, sir.
So my point is the people of the world are always misinterpreting this scripture, this particular part of the scripture that says women should be treated as the weaker vessels. So they target to women being weak. You know, so they should be treated anyhow by men because they are weak. So I am saying
Nobody
I
has
talk,
told men to treat
I
women
talk
anyhow.
the way I do because I need women to understand. It's like an enlightenment. I need women to understand the strength they actually carry.
This is what I
I
know
am
that
not
that-
saying you should not submit. I am not saying the man is not the authority. I believe I am not I'm not a feminist. I don't believe in feminism. I don't agitate for feminism and all of that. It's rubbish. Women, according to God's standard,
It depends on what you term feminism.
submit to your own husband. That's what the scripture says. That's what Christ, that's what Jesus said. That's what God said. And I am not going to turn it upside down. But I'm just trying to let women know that they are actually more powerful than they think. They just need to understand what's the level of strength God has given
Where
us.
is their power?
Their power is in, please ask again.
Where is their power?
The ability to understand who they are and why God created them.
That's where their power is.
Yes.
Oh.
That's where their power is. And
Let me tell you where the woman's power is.
in the man.
Eh?
That's what you're going to
No,
say.
I'm not going to say in the man.
Okay.
The woman's power or the woman's power is in her ability to do what those things the man cannot do for himself.
Yes, now that's understanding who she is and why she was created. She was created to do those things that the man cannot do for himself.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, let me explain that part where scripture says treat women as weaker vessel. It's actually a very romantic and sweet expression. Treat women like egg, like breakable silverware, like precious item that it did very delicate, fragile. Now what in the mean? Now pamper women in mean. You understand?
You need,
So-
you need to say this more so that women will
So
understand.
why men not the pamper women?
Men the pamper
men
women.
the
Why everywhere they talk you go say why
Why
men?
men not the pamper women?
Your husband no pamper you now you be
Why
like
men
this.
not the pamper
Your husband no
women?
pamper you now you fresh like this. Say why men no the pamper women? So there's something I wanted to say. I hope I've done this in my line of thought. So in saying what the woman's strength is, there's something I want to say out there. I want to put out there to women who are listening. That your strength is not in doing what the man. There's this saying out there: what a man can do, a woman can do, but it's not true. Anything a man can do, the woman cannot do it. We have seen it with football. We have seen it with boxing. We have seen it with wrestling. We have seen it with eating food, quantity of food. The things the woman can do are those things the man cannot do. A man cannot multitask.
That's true.
A man is not as discerning as a woman. A man cannot have the kind of faith a woman will have. So if you are a woman and you are busy struggling with what a man can do for a man, with a man, you are wrong. The things he can do, allow him to do them very well. Let him excel in them. Those things that he's not able to do. And most times they appear insignificant, which is why so many women have problems, because they want to do that one that is significant. Allow him excel where he's capable. And where he's not, you show forth strength. You will not have problem. The only reason there's a problem is that you want to argue with him over things that he can do for himself.
Right.
Why would you want to do what I can do for myself for me? Eve made that mistake when the serpent came to ask her to eat. And the serpent kept using, did he not say that if you people, if you. It wasn't in Eve's position to decide for them. If the devil had told Eve, Eve, do you know if you eat this fruit, only you now go see Adam not going to see again. Eve for no great eat that fruit. The mistake Eve made was taking decision for the union. It is not in her position. It is in the man's position. So even if she wanted to eat the fruit with Adam, what she would have done was to wait for Adam to come home and tell Adam what the serpent told her.
Yes.
This man come home. He say if we chop this thing, we go see. Adam for don't tell and say, shut up, go sit down. And immediately, her spirit will be quick. She will realize herself immediately, because her job is to be the man's strength where the man is weak. Her job is not to be stronger where the man is strong. So women need to understand very well their position. when an armed robber knocks on somebody's door in the night, would the wife go and open the door? If you can't open the door, God forbid, they will rape the woman immediately now. She will first of all run under the bed or go and look for jeans and wear. Tell the husband, go in front. That's where the man is strong. But do you know that if those armed robbers enter and say, bring out your money, the woman will be the first to say, there's no money in this house. The man is the one who went to confront them by the door. They have come down to take what is in the house. The woman is the one resisting. Why? Because she's capable. Her mind strong past the man's mind. Woman mind strong past my mind though. But my mind, they quickly react. So everybody, we all have our role. Like I said, God made the woman an upgrade of the man. But if he left them that way, he will not be a just God. Because Adam will wake up and realize, oh, you first create me from mud. Come now create this person from me. Come now leave us. Before I go think one, you don't think 20. But what God did was took the authority and put to the man. So before I think one, you think 20, that's your 20, you must run it by me.
Exactly.
Otherwise, there's problem.
Exactly.
So because you have the ability to think 20 while I see they think one, then you want the wrong with them. You want let me know say I be alone, though. This man will no get sense. Now he won't come to talk the school how our children go. No. God already put you in that advantage for me. So when I'm thinking one and you think 20, you have to come and explain the 20 and tell me why. Then because I know you have come to me, you did not run away with it. I'll succumb. I'll say, okay. Just say go walk. Go ahead. And if you fail in it, it is the man that will still come and fight the fight. He's the one who will still come and do the wahala. So we need to understand this. If we understand it, then we know that it's a union. It's not a partnership. At every point, we have one voice. And it's the man. Why? Because we bear his name. We stand for him. When we born children, na him them be. But you the woman, you are the engine room. I saw one video of the Jackson 5 years ago when they were starting, when they were saying Jackson 5. They came and were introducing themselves. All of them introduced themselves.
Okay.
Janet Jackson came out. As little as she was, introduced herself. She said, nothing moves until I say so. And go and check the Jackson 5 family. Janet Jackson ran the Jackson 5 family. They all needed her consent for whatever they did. They always wanted her approval. She was the only one close to Michael Jackson, even when Michael Jackson turned against every member of the family. That's someone understanding your position. And that's what I need the woman to do.
Right.
You are the engine room of the union.
home.
Nothing moves until you say so.
Yes.
But the man is the one that will speak.
It's
into
the authority. Power.
You don't understand whether the money is your own or his own. Also, the man should also understand, because the reason women are beginning to kick against all this is because of how the man was before now. And I say it, I don't hide it. Men did not treat women well. I'm sorry to say so.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Men didn't treat women well. That's why women have become this rebellious.
Right.
If way back when men had everything, women were not allowed to work then, they just sat at home, the man would go out, bring food, give her, and men treated women like slaves. You go keep the woman for house, you go come out, carry another young girl, enter, because say that one breast, see they pin up. You don't marry second wife. Your wife go sit down, they look you. You go again, bring a third one. Now you be baba now, they don't fit challenge you.
Sir, please, this thing you are saying is
You understand?
it's the truth though.
Men in offices way back, 80s, 90s, small young girl go come to come find work to help her family. You go tell and say you got to go her triangle. What a great day.
Sir, please.
You understand? So now, over time, women struggling, fighting these things, got themselves to a point where they suddenly rallied round now, and they are ready to finish men now. Battle for battle. Anybody where you near in triangle now, they will put you for social media.
Straight up.
So I want you to react to something. Shout out to good men. Shout out to the husbands that are modeling the man the Bible talks about, a man that loves his wife and leads as God. Shout out to good men, good husbands out there. But I also want to ask, why do some men actually make submission very difficult for women?
How do you mean?
There are
The
women.
man has
There are women who are willing to submit.
The man has no business.
So wait, let me even ask before you respond.
Okay, ask.
There are women who are willing to submit. They have no problem submitting. Submission is not easy, by the way, because like Don Jay said earlier, even if you marry a foolish man, be ready to submit to that foolish man. It was your choice. You don't have an excuse not to submit. Okay. Now, my question is, some men deliberately, because they are the authority, they know they are the authority, they are the head of the home or of the marriage, they are the leaders. Why do they deliberately, like a toxic boss, why do they deliberately make submission really difficult? They makes it really difficult for the woman to submit. Why?
You haven't said
In what way?
I have said
In,
something.
in what way? In what way?
In so many ways, taking advantage of you being okay. For instance, let me cite an instance. Because I know I am the head, because I know I am the authority as the man, then I will subject my wife to slavery or almost slavery because I am the authority and she should submit. Why is that?
How do you mean submit your wife to slavery? You have not
Make
said
her.
anything.
Oh my God! How do
Hold on.
I explain?
Hold on,
it?
let's go back to the word of God. You know, I always go to the scriptures. At the point where Bible said wives submit, was there a condition?
There was no condition, really.
Very good. So the submission is unconditional. The submission is unconditional.
So if your
Just
husband say,
like
"May you put on for fire," may you go put
The
the hand for the
submission
fire.
is unconditional. You have followed. If your husband say you put on fire, you must put on though because you said they foolish. You know why is they foolish?
To marry.
To marry person when go tell person
Okay.
to put on for fire. So you are both foolish. So you have to foolishly put her for fire. That's the decision you've made.
Kai.
It's just like a man coming to come and
This
tell me, say,
submission thing.
how will you feel? How will you feel? How will you feel if another guy now says that the wife makes it difficult for him to love her? And I ask him why. He said anytime when he touch the wife will say they get headache. Anytime when he say the wife give her food, the wife will begin make excuses. No condition to that instruction.
Right.
And I have told you that everything you want, everything you need, you have the point where you decided to follow somebody. That's why you need to make sure you have all these things corrected. And before you decide to follow a man, I believe there must have been courtship. You must have gone out once, twice, sat with him, had conversations, prayed about it, asked the Holy Spirit. Would the Holy Spirit lead you to a man that will tell you to put your finger inside fire? So you need to understand that decision making is key. It's just like a failed company, failed organization. An organization cannot fail if they have not made wrong decisions. Either making wrong decision in hiring people, making wrong decision in deciding where they want to put their money, making wrong decision in deciding their environment or type of business.
Right.
So you cannot, after you have made wrong decisions, come and sit down here and just be pushing all the blame to the man, pushing all the blame to the man. Why are you with that man? Did the Bible not say we should not be unequally yoked with unbelievers?
Unbelievers.
What is an unbeliever? An unbeliever is somebody who doesn't believe in what you believe. That's the person you refer to as an unbeliever now.
Who doesn't believe in
In
God,
what you
the
believe,
gospel
because you
of
believe in
God.
God now.
Yes.
We are an unbeliever, call another unbeliever. He will not now. If I don't believe in God, that you don't believe in God, will I call you
Hey.
unbeliever? No. It's only someone who believes in God that will call you an unbeliever. Why? Because you don't believe in what he believes. So why get into a union with the wrong person? So women should go home and ask themselves. And if you're already in a relationship with the wrong person already, because some women will listen to me, I'm saying this one don't know anything. Come and meet my husband now. That means you've gotten into relationship with the wrong person. Now what you need is the Holy Spirit. You need the intervention of God here and now. And I say carry that grace to pray your husband out of the mess. Power. You understand? So the truth is, we have entered wrong union. And instead of us to blame ourselves for getting into wrong union, we're trying to redefine the union to suit our shortcomings. We can't. It's just like a pastor where they drink beer now. You go start for people, the temple say, listen, there's no place in the Bible where it's written that alcohol is bad. Yes, it's not written that alcohol is bad. But there's a place in the Bible where they say that be careful what you do, so that the people watching you will not erroneously do the wrong thing. So I can see my pastor now doing 1 bottle and I'll go and do 20 bottles. My justification is that my pastor the F. But if my pastor they serious, know what they do. Even if he like pef, even if he knows the Bible, no say pef and sin, he go decide not to pef. When I was coming here this morning, I wanted to wear shorts. I said, no, the things I'll be saying, I'll be speaking against so many people mindset. Oh. Let me dress well so that they will not look and say, look at him, he's even looking like a riffraff. There's nothing wrong with wearing short. Oh.
Yes.
But because of how I want everybody listening to me today to look at me, I decided to dress like Ken. I'm surprised that he's not talking today. Come wear trousers talking. You understand?
Looking sharp.
So we need to understand life and understand how to go up, navigate life. Once you do, you have it easy. You can't come and be saying your husband makes it difficult for you to submit. You no plan to submit. Waiting be
Sir,
moving
there
button.
are situations like that.
It's because you did not plan.
There
You
are
came,
women
So
like that.
what would the woman do?
You
What would the
came
woman
into-
do? The husband does not make it
came
easy to
into
submit.
the marriage.
She will submit anyway.
You came into the marriage.
She will
with a
submit because she
mindset.
has to submit.
I think you have answered the question.
Yes,
because-
she will submit.
So what? There's
But
no
he does
there's
not
no
make it easy
alternative.
for her to submit.
There's no option. That's
There's
submission,
no
no get
alternative.
option.
What would you do regardless?
All right, let's
So,
quickly.
once you're getting into
take one or
marriage,
two
you have to
comments
decide to-
before we move on. Somebody says Moguls Hub. Shout out to everybody who's joined in on TikTok. I can see everyone. Somebody saying, but some women shine brighter or look more beautiful when she's divorced.
It's possible now.
The husband.
Very,
It's possible.
very possible.
So this person didn't get what
What
we
we're
were
saying.
saying.
Yes.
What we're saying is that when a woman is in marriage and she's looking beautiful and shining,
The glory goes to the husband.
because the husband is not a demon. So the woman who looks beautiful and shining in divorce means she was living with a demon. Now my question to her,
Chai.
is,
How
why did you pick a demon
demon as
to
a husband?
marry? What led you to marrying a demon? Is it that you were desperate to marry, or there was something you were enjoying from that demon that made you overlook other things? Which is still, this person is still buttressing our point that you cannot be shining when there's a demon. So this person has explained it now that the person is shining and more beautiful.
So
in
any
divorce.
woman who looks better after coming out of a marriage
It means the
means she
husband
was
was a
married
demon
to
now.
a bad
Yes,
person.
yes, obviously.
Chai.
And if you're in marriage and you're looking good and shining, the man
The
is
husband
good.
is doing well.
Doing well. Shout out, just like your
So the
husband.
point, the point here, let me tell you the point here. It's not even, it's not even about,
one
No, I'm the host, too. I'm the host. Too.
it's not even about marriage.
I'm just the
It's not
anchor.
even about marriage. If you're a guy and your father is not a nice man, you will not be happy. If you're in office and you have a colleague you share office space with, and the person is not nice to you, you will not be happy. It's not because once we say marriage, people want to antagonize and
We're talking about
listen.
marriage.
Once there is a relationship between two persons, and the relationship is not good, I have friends that once I step into their midst, I don't smile until I leave. We're still friends, though, for one reason or the other. But the minute I'm with them, I don't want to smile because once I smile, they'll beg me for money. You understand? So
That's funny.
so when I'm with them, I just strong on my face
my
like say,
God.
"Wow, I full everywhere." They go to fear. They go to crack joke. I don't laugh. I just
You go quit
my
me.
face. You know, basically. So once there's a relationship between two parties, and you see one happy and beautiful, it means the other one is not doing badly. So when you
it's not as
and,
bad
and
as
the people, yes, though it's not even not as bad, it's not doing badly, live not as bad. That's why when you go out, people who have, and most times you find out that people who pay you that compliment and throw it to your husband are people who are more experienced than you because they know. I remember one woman that used to say something to me years back. Whenever I did anything good, she would not say thank you. She would say thank you to your wife. Thank you to your wife. And one day she told me that, haven't you wondered why whenever you do something, I'll say thank your wife for me? I said, I don't know. I just think it's your style. I said, no. If not for her, you will not do this. I said, really? Say yes now, don't you know?
Sir, there was somebody I reported
If she
to
makes
you.
the home hot for you,
Yeah.
and if she makes the home hot for you and always giving you trouble, you will not remember to do good for anybody.
Sir, there was somebody I was reporting to you back then. Think about 3 or 4 years ago. I said this person, na good guy, the whole world know him as kind person. But in wife, na terror. Say, you don't meet in wife before. In wife, na this one. Everybody complain about in wife. And I said, even the staff of the guy, they are always complaining about the wife. You understand?
Wow.
And there was something you answered that day. You said that, na lie, oh, na the guy want them like that. Now the guy wants all the blame to go in wife. Make his wife be like, say maybe they plan on inside herself.
Wow.
Make him be like the good guy. Make his wife be like the boss. The boss. Say if he doesn't want his wife to be tough to the staff, he would have controlled it.
What kind
But
of
he
critical
enjoys-
thinking?
He enjoys
Yes.
that arrangement.
Yes, now.
Where-
That's his a way to protect himself. So women do that a lot. If you find out that your husband is too generous or too nice, you suddenly see the woman forming one defensive, like a protector, as in she becomes a shield to people. You hear some men that will tell you, say, no, you won't make with me, no come my house, no meet for joints. The wife knows he's very generous. That's why if you come to the house, the wife will just be walking up and down, frowning, complaining about everything. This bulb is not working. She wants you to leave because she knows that if you spend another 1 hour there, the husband will gift you a car. If you spend another 1 hour again, the husband will buy ticket and say, let's go to UK and go and watch Arsenal. You understand? So she becomes that very offensive shield around the man. So you now see the man struggling to do things outside. Yes, he will still succeed, but he's limited. That when the wife just opens up the way, sometimes it may not necessarily be that the wife is a bad person, but she has seen that the husband is too good, and especially when she knows that the people around the husband are not deserving.
People. And women are very discerning.
Very.
We said it here now.
Very.
We said it here. A woman will tell you 10 meters ahead what you're going to meet. You, the man,
Yes.
can only see what is in front of you. But you see the advantage you have as a man because of that authority that God has given you. It gives you boldness. It gives you so much, knowing that you can't afford to make a mistake. So a man can run into problem right now and tackle it immediately. If a woman runs into problem right now, her emotions will get involved. She will break down. She may not be able to tackle it immediately. So that's the upper hand. But if you give a man and a woman trouble 2 years ahead, the woman will solve the problem. You won't even know the problem came. Anything the woman needs to sit down and plan or think over, she will do it very well. You understand?
Yeah.
But anything that will just hit bad like that, the man. That's why, if you see, let me even use this divorce as an example. When divorce happens, the woman suffers immediately more than the man. The man suffers ahead. Because when divorce happens like this, the woman emotionally will break down.
Right.
Her activities will break down. Everything will break down. The backlash from the society and everything, it will break her down immediately.
And women are always
Then
disadvantaged.
she goes back to her drawing board and starts restructuring, start planning. What do I do to my children? Let me take them to grandma first. I don't want this man to reach them so that they don't become alcoholic like him. I don't want this. Which schools will they
Need to
attend?
even look into
How
that
much do I
area.
have? Where are we going to live? We cannot live in Victoria Island anymore, but we need to live where it looks like Victoria Island so that the children will not be affected psychologically. So let's move to Bagada. The woman starts planning, structuring a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Boom, she's okay. Never. Going forward, nothing again. Man, uncle, as the man falls out of the divorce.
First they flex.
Club immediately. now. Club. He said, like this life, they do.
Party, side
September,
chicks.
nobody's asking him for school
This
fees.
is freedom.
You understand? Freedom. He's flexing. Boy, don't tell me we'll go Unilag. You suddenly see old man for Unilag looking around, saying one can do masters. You don't get any masters when you want to do. Once you have a reason to be coming to Unilag every day. 2 years, 3 years down the line, he starts breaking down. They will sack him in the office. Why? He's flexing too much. He's not going to work again. He's not taking his job seriously. He's owing people he's not able to pay. If he never build house, him and landlord go get issue. Why? Because he no remember say rent in December. The wife used to remind him. Suddenly, landlord will knock on the door. Problem don't do. In motor don't spoil. The AC don't spoil. Because the driver like that they go.
In health.
Then his health. Then before you know, you don't born one children, one or two children. Don't born one for Sule, born one for Bagada. Then before you know, the one wait there for Ikota go call and say, "Oh my baby deal." So you see, the man from the point of divorce, he's like, except he remarries, go and check. If a man divorces and he does not remarry within the next 5 years, go and check. in life will begin dilapidate. But men get stronger. Women
get stronger.
Women get stronger. Whether they remarry or not. They start building.
Some
Because
women don't even want to
That's
remarry.
that's their strength.
They just want to build.
I lie, you don't get anyone who don't want to remarry. You
Sir,
never see-
some don't want to remarry.
Forget.
They just want
Forget.
to.
You never see the kind of man where you find.
Vivi Okoye, thanks for joining. It says
Your microphone is here. Carry
inactive.
your phone, come near your mic.
Inactive or being proactive is not a gender-based.
What's inactive or being proactive? I don't understand.
Maybe it's an
Sorry,
incomplete.
Initiative or being proactive is not gender-based. Initiative or being proactive is not.
What
You-
is the person reacting to?
Did anybody say initiative or being proactive is gender based?
We were talking about men and
We're
women.
talking about men, women, divorce.
Abilities
maybe
and
she needs to.
inabilities.
I think it's a lady.
Better explanation.
Yeah,
Maybe she
do
needs
you
to
want to let
explain
us
the
know
comments.
exactly what
you mean
what you are
in the context you're talking
the
about.
context what you are reacting to.
Or maybe she's
Well,
just
thanks for
maybe
coming
she's
to
just
us.
making a
Talk
comment.
about comments.
Wait,
I
hold on.
want-
Maybe she's just making a comment. We have not said
Initiative or being proactive is not
anything.
gender-based.
Listen, the man is human, the woman is human,
Right.
created with equal capacity, equal opportunity. We are speaking about the union, marriage.
Marriage.
So everything we're asking a woman to do is in marriage. Everything we're asking the man to do is in marriage. If you're out there and you are unmarried, you are on your own. Nobody has asked you. You can be anything. You can fly as high as you want. If a man comes near you, bring out your knife and cut off his head, you will only be blamed for cutting off a human being's head as a Nigerian or a human being. The court of law would show you what justice looks like. What we're talking about is marriage. That once you agree to enter marriage, you have to. It's just the same way somebody decides to go to school. You are a boy, you dey smoke igbo for street, nothing dey happen. You now went to go and enroll that you now want to be a student. You know that you cannot smoke igbo within the school premises anymore. So you can't say, I used to smoke for my street now. Who would have been? No. You have come to a place where you have decided to be under authority. That's it. So once you decide to marry, the doctrine of marriage will apply. So for what she's saying, I think she's just expressing what is applicable to every human being, male or female. And she's right, yes. Your initiative is your initiative, whatever. That's why if you go to offices, a woman can become the MD, a man can become the MD. A woman can supervise man can supervise woman.
Yes.
But it's not the same thing.
Women are evolving.
Yes, it's
They're
not the same.
breaking the bias.
No, they're not breaking any bias. There
They
was no
are.
bias.
They
There
are
was no
breaking
bias.
it
Which
though.
bias are they breaking? Which,
The
please,
ones, the lies that men sold
like
to the
like
society
which one? Like which one?
that women can become.
Like when? Where?
Eh?
Make reference.
In the
Who
past,
sold the
you
lie?
talk. I watched the
Nobody
podcast where you
sold
talked
the
about
lie. No.
men subjecting women to.
Nobody sold the lie that women cannot become. I
Okay.
said that men were not nice to women.
Nice to women,
Okay.
I didn't say there was anything. The year you are quoting, I will tell you a woman that became before that year.
Okay.
So I would like us to look at this area. We talked a little on it today and briefly on other episodes, but I've seen it even up to last night, 10 p.m.
All the other
I'm checking them
platforms.
on
Even up
Instagram.
till-
In case there's any question.
You know, even up to 10 p.m. last night, we saw a result of a broken home. You know, the effects of broken home on the children. I have friends too that I see a cycle repeating. What happened to the father is already happening to the person, and his children are being impacted by that. You know, and that was one of the things I feared. You know, not starting a generational, cycle of
Right.
broken homes. And so we need to really look into that, because I think there's statistics for that where children from broken home end up, having broken homes as well. And, the result, the effect of this is so bad.
I've seen very beautiful children from broken homes. I've seen very successful
gonna
people
say
from broken
that.
homes. I've seen women excel from broken home. I'm not sure if Michael Jordan had his father and mother together growing up. I don't know if there's a Washington had his mother and father growing up. We've seen a lot of people
A lot of the
excel.
African American community.
Even if we come to Nigeria, I can mention names, but there's no need since they are close to us. Yes, there's this narrative that more people from broken home end up misbehaving. remember the podcast we had when we spoke about weak fathers,
Weak men.
weak men. What causes children from homes, whether broken or not, to turn out like that is because of them not having a presence of a father figure. I explained the difference between fatherhood and father figure. I explained it. So what you're saying, yes, more people from seemingly broken homes end up like that. But the problem is not because the home was broken. The problem is that they didn't have the father figure. Now, yes, you can say that when a home is broken, it's easier for a man to show that he's irresponsible. It is more difficult when he's with his wife, which brings us to what we're saying, that women are the engine room. When you're living in the same house with a woman, you are more careful. Even if you're an irresponsible man, you still struggle to do some things because the woman will be on your neck. She's not going to give you breathing space. So that will hide you a little. So when that union is broken, it is easier for a man who is irresponsible initially to exhibit that. The irresponsibility is not caused by the broken home. The broken home may expose it, but the fact remains that a man that is irresponsible is irresponsible. Parents,
That's right.
man, if you see a man and a woman that are not irresponsible, even when they separate, their children
The
suffer
children
nothing.
still.
They will train the child and train the
And
child.
so why
well.
does it look like women, children from broken home, the children who are raised by the mothers, tend to become better?
No, that's not true.
In most
That's not true.
cases.
So what you're going to
Most
do?
cases
hold
I
on.
have seen.
Wait now. I always like when you bring out something, you fact check. What percentage of children from broken home grow up with their fathers? What percentage?
Very
Less than
negligible.
10%.
Very young.
Yes.
So you are likely to see higher ratio
From the women.
from the women.
One who
Okay.
go-
In fact, let me tell you, both the ones who are doing well and the ones who are not doing well, the ratio is
They are
higher
from the women.
from the women. So there's nothing like saying, why is it that the ones who grew up with women? I'll give you
And the
example.
law actually
I'll
gives
give you
the women the
example.
custody.
If you have 100 broken homes and you have 90 of those children growing with their mother and 10 growing with their father, out of that 90 growing with their mother, 50 will do well, 40 will not do well. Out of the 10 growing with their father, 7 will do well, 3 will not do well. The ratio is higher.
Why?
The do wells, more with the women will do well. The not do wells, more with the women will not do well.
Because of
So first of all, when there's a broken home, the children are likely to grow up with their mother.
That's what the
So
law.
there's no statistics to judge what percentage. Most times, on rare cases, the only time you see a broken home where the father goes with the children or the child is if the father is a very rated person in the society. He has the wit to press buttons to take his children, or the mother is so irresponsible that she will just abandon the children and follow another man. Those are the only times you see. So even men know that when the marriage ends, they leave the children with the mother. They will still be paying, they will still be visiting. The children can still come on holiday, but they are mostly left with the mother. So there's that statistics. That's your, why is it that children who are left with the mother
I said
do
I
better?
observed
No.
in the society.
First of all, before you observe, you check the ratio. What percentage of children end up with their father? Hardly. So insignificant that you cannot make that comparison. But if you want to be honest, you will tell yourself the truth that when a home is broken, the children who stay in touch with their father, whether they live with him or they visit him or they allow him control, talk to them, make decisions for them, do better.
Every child needs a father.
Every child needs a father.
Every
Every
child.
child needs a mother.
I've never been
Every
in
child
support
needs a
of
father.
single
There's
parenting.
no one.
Every
there's
child
no one
needs
that is
parents,
better.
both parents.
Some people will say every child needs a father, every child needs a mother. But it's better to have a mother than not to have better to have a mother than have a father. Where you need to choose. And what I tell people that is not true. Now, when it gets to that, you have to individually check the person. Like we said, there's one thing you can't take away from a man. That's father figure role. You can't get it anywhere. No woman can give you that. Because women don't even understand. It's not even in their DNA to know what to transfer from a father to a son. The best a woman can do is make sure that she gives the child good education. Now, listen, let me tell you, I'm sorry to say this, so I know if I say this now, so many people will come against me. There are so many effeminate men now in Nigeria, especially Lagos. In fact, there's one I just saw recently on TikTok going about inviting people to his birthday. Both himself and all the people that he has gone to invite, they're all effeminate. And I'm wondering what's happening here. And I started doing my research and I found out that most effeminate guys you see around have no father figure. Most effeminate guys you see around have no father figure. I want to leave it at saying that they are effeminate. I don't want to go further. But anybody who is discerning will know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Most effeminate young men you're seeing around, look closely, they had no father figure. Because you cannot have a man living in the house with you. You are turning 14, 15, 16. And you're doing like this. When you want to dance, the first thing you want to do is to bend your gluteus and be shaking it. Omo, that man go slap the shit for your head.
Sound your head.
You understand?
Yes.
So that father figure role is key. There's some things it does. So if you're a woman there and you are divorced and you have taken your children away from the father,
Especially for male
please
children.
make sure you find a way to make them
Being
remain in contact with their father,
fathers,
and let their
yes.
father remain an authority over their
Over
life.
them.
Let them not just go to their father because they want to collect money. It's time to collect school fees. Your car is bad. You need to send your son to go and bring money from that idiot father. No. Let the man have authority over them for a reason.
Spend time with them.
Yes, the
Teach
God
them.
that made it so for a reason. And if you doubt what I'm saying, go out and go and do this research. Look around your neighbor. They are now everywhere. Feminine men. They are now everywhere. Even when they talk, their
Their
mannerisms,
mannerism,
gesticulations and
the
things.
way they
Omo,
walk, the way they dance,
it's
the way
getting
they,
out of hand though.
Kai.
And go and do your research. Most of them grew up without a father figure. I've explained the difference between a father figure and fatherhood. Say you donate sperm, day for house doesn't make you a father. Yeah, yes, it makes you daddy. Papa. Father figure is that one that brings that authority, direction, leading, control.
Yes.
Especially your male children. Especially your male children. It's just like a girl growing up without a mother. She will be rude. She will be disrespectful. Unhomely, if there's any word like that. And so many other things. So these things they're not just as easy as they look. There are deeper meanings. There are deeper narratives.
Yes.
Naturally, things are supposed to be that way. So,
Sir, to lay further emphasis on what you've just said, this aspect of this topic is a very, very interesting and important one. And I would like to share a personal experience.
wow.
Honestly, being someone who has experienced
This is our camera is
single
capturing only one
parenting,
angle.
single parenting for a few years.
Are you the one turning it? You're turning it. So it can't be fixed. Can't you just... You have to be turning it. Okay, just make sure you're getting the person talking at every
Okay,
time.
so I was saying, being someone who has experienced having to raise a child alone for a few years, although it's not like where he was separated from the father. No, I have experienced separation before. Thank God I am with my husband today. But this is just to encourage women out there because of what you have just said. I have a male child, and one of the worries, one of the fears, the greatest fear I had was raising that child. I'm not saying women can't raise male children. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it is important for the father to be involved in the male child's life. That is what we're talking about, a father figure. So one of the greatest fears I had then was raising a child, a male child, to lay emphasis, without the male figure, the father figure in his life. And I'll ask myself most times, I'm like, who will teach this? There will be a time where this child will need someone to look up to, a father to look up to. I wasn't of the opinion of, okay, I can divorce if I want to, I can remarry if I want to. No. My concern was on my child. Who would teach this boy how to be a man? Who would teach him? I have seen a few men that were raised by, my pastor first of all was raised by a single mother and is doing well today. maybe someday he will tell us about the challenges he faced. Thank God for his life.
Who's
But
your
I'm
pastor?
saying,
Your pastor someone we know.
wait.
Is it someone you
But that pastor want to do
Wait.
effeminate one
Wait,
kind.
no, my pastor, no, they do effeminate. My pastor, no, they do
They
effeminate.
do one like this. Anybody they
My
do one like
pastor,
this.
no, they do one like
Wait.
this.
Anybody wey dey do that like
My
this,
pastor, no, they do one like this.
Okay.
Leave that
You
one
want
for
cause
corner
wahala.
first. Man, we
I
no
like
go
you
there.
get video.
This
don't
is
worry.
not about my
cause
pastor.
wahala.
Wait, this is not about my
Who be
pastor.
who be
Me,
your
I no
pastor?
go agree.
Who be your pastor?
Sir, wait.
Who be your
Make I
pastor?
talk wetin I dey talk.
Say
Let's
your pastor.
Who
focus.
be your pastor?
Let's focus first.
Who be your pastor?
Let's
Make our
focus
audience
first.
judge whether they do effeminate.
No.
But yes, I say they do.
This
You
is
do
not
one
about
like-
my
you do one-
pastor. I'm not
you
going
do
to
one-
put him on the spot.
You do one, if you talk, you do one
I'm
like
not
this.
going to put him on the spot.
You know the
No.
pastor?
I know the pastor now.
I'm saying,
Who be the pastor? Who
I'm
be the
saying,
pastor? Which church?
sir, this
Which
is
church
about.
your church?
All right,
Sir, calm down now. Let me finish
But
what I was
hold on,
saying.
we have somebody here saying your pastor they do
This
effeminate.
is not about my pastor. I just mentioned him.
Ladies
'Cause
and
he
gentlemen,
has shared his experience.
I said it.
many times.
Say men we no grow. Men we
My
grow up without
pastor
father
not they
figure.
do effeminate.
They effeminate.
oh.
It's when you mention single
She
mother.
mentioned- Say
My
her pastor
pastor
that
not
made
they
me-
do
Yeah, single mother
effeminate.
raised the
oh.
pastor.
Because I wanted to mention the single mother was my focus.
Okay.
That she got it right. He's good. He's doing well today. And thank God.
And also showing some
It's not.
effeminate.
No, it's not doing. My husband is just being too. Oh yes, it's just being too.
You say yes, your husband. You say yes, your husband.
I just said oh yes. On this podcast, it's a yes. Okay, back to what I was saying. So my point is, it is very important for mothers. This is for mothers. Those who are experiencing separation right now. I don't know your plans. If you plan to give it a second chance for whatever reason, my point of reference is allow the fathers be involved in the lives of your children. It is very important because the child, especially the male children, would need him someday to teach them how to be a man. I don't care what happened. I don't care the circumstances surrounding the separation. I don't even want to know. But that child needs his father. Your male children need their fathers. So one of the fears I had then was who would teach this boy how to be a man? If he was a lady, I am a woman. I was once a girl child. And I know I experienced, I have experiences and I know how to be a woman. I can teach my female child how to be a woman, how to be a
Even
lady.
the female child needs the father.
Yes, but
Right.
it's lesser. It's a lesser burden for the woman when it's a female child. But when it's a male child, come on. I don't know how to be a man. I can't teach a male child.
How to be a
Especially
man.
when they get to that adolescent stage. That's
Right.
one of the most difficult stages of parenting.
Right.
So how do I teach him how to be a man?
Yeah.
When I am not a man. So that is where the male figure comes in, the male father figure comes in, or the father figure rather
Right.
comes in.
What I would like
so
to add to
every
that.
child needs a father.
Yeah, what I would like to add to that, Ken, is that, you know what when CDO mentioned, go meet that your stupid father. Go collect money for school fees. You know, I think it's one of the issues that broken homes or divorced couples have.
That the man
When-
is just there for money.
When they are, not just for money, sir, when they are relating to the other spouse, to the in front of the kids, calling the man
Names.
or the woman stupid. I beg now, your stupid papa, your papa give us money. If maybe the child comes to me, then, mommy, we need to pay school fees. Your papa give me any money. That your useless papa, and
That's
you know.
wrong.
And if it's the other way around, the man is also saying that your nonsense mother, did she do
Your
this?
useless mother.
You know, so
You're sowing a wrong seed.
it
in the
sows a
mind of
wrong
that
seed,
child.
and those seed,
You're messing
the
their
children will
their
remember.
mental health up.
They will always remember. So
Messing
one of the
their
things
minds
that
up.
I feel, helped me out in my marriages, and when I was going through, separation, is the child. First of all, there are things that the child would say that you will know that they never poison this on mind. You will know say they don't. I don't get bad name for this speaking, because even though in that innocence, children will say anything.
Yes.
Children will say anything. My mommy said that you don't have sense, or something. But the child was always saying positive things and saying, "Daddy, don't worry, don't marry here too, don't marry here too. You guys will come back."
Yes.
to that.
Yes.
Yes.
Why you put down?
Yes.
You know them before.
It was no, I don't know him before.
Like, you guys
He
want
would
to
even
put you on
say
the
there
spot.
are times that the same child would say things like, "I love you, I love my daddy. I want my daddy and my mommy to be together. I want to be with both my daddy and my mommy."
Some people will not agree with
Yes.
this thing you are saying.
It's
Some people
true.
will not agree with this thing you're saying. You are just saying your own story. I don't know why your own story. On our story come with
You know, maybe it's an example. Maybe it's an
Nah,
example that people
example.
should learn from.
Yes.
You understand? It's a rare.
Let me understand. The two of you have been married and they're separated and people are together now.
Yes.
Is it different marriage or the same marriage?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
They
Ken,
go talk my
Now,
husband for
now the
podcast.
conversation-
I won't start now.
So
Since
we have people that have been separated and they are back
and they're back
in the
right,
studio with us.
right.
Okay, you that you're out there, you're separated, you don't want to go back. Fire them with questions.
I've heard many people's testimonies. So in fact, before I even got separated was when I did a promotion for one woman. And the purpose of our one was 14 years old, 14 years separation
Wow.
from my husband. And I never even separated that time.
What made you separate?
What made,
And issues, disrespect, and many issues. You know, well, one of the major one I considered that was the issue then was
Leave this thing.
disrespect.
Forget what you want to talk. Don't leave
That was what I considered as the issue then.
disrespect.
You understand? Yes, I felt I was being unappreciated.
At what point did you realize that you were being unappreciated? Can you please let me come to do your work?
Yeah,
At
short-
what point?
yeah, into the marriage, you know, the earlier days of the marriage was sweet, rosy, and all that, and the child came into the picture, and you know, child brings people around to family and all that, and after a while, I felt there was some pressure to perform in the marriage,
So,
and
are you saying that the reason for your breakup was financial?
the reason for my breakup for the marriage was
Your
pressure,
separation.
The initial
third
separation.
party,
Initial separation.
third party pressure. I
Third
wouldn't
party
say
pressure-
terms of
the third party pressure was
family.
not
Because
financial. The
I
third
was
party
doing-
felt you were not bringing enough bread.
I was doing better.
The bread no reach them.
I was doing I was doing better than at the earlier stage of the marriage financially. And the earlier stage, it was rosy. Moved from a one-room apartment, got married in a one-room apartment, and moved to a two-bedroom apartment. So I was doing better. More money was coming in. More opportunities were coming. And that was when the pressure started. So I wouldn't say it was
Okay,
financial. I
so-
feel it was
They felt like
being unappreciated, yes.
But you said
What do you
more
mean by
money
being
was
unap-
coming.
what do you mean by being unappreciated? How do you mean?
Like the
you
I
don't want
felt
to call it a spade a spade.
No,
This thing you
I'm-
have described now is financial. Oh. What you have described now is
But
financial.
I just explained now that there was a time that I was financially worse off, and
you
the
were okay.
and the marriage was
Marriage was
better.
okay.
The marriage was okay.
And that's the beginning.
when
Now.
you
I
are now
can't improve.
doing
I can't
well
improve financially.
financially.
No, that's the initial.
While I
drag.
can't they
Right
come.
now,
Maybe the speed of.
I don't think it
maybe
was.
the speed of. See, for marriage, first of all, the first 6 months, the initial drag, anything can happen. You know, nothing they stop.
I
There
don't.
are very few marriages.
I don't think
have
it was
issues.
financial. In
You
my own
say
case,
it
so
was.
in my own case,
It
so
wasn't financial.
in my own case, I felt like my spouse was not looking, that's why I said the pressure was external. Like, not be a voice I dey hear.
was it family, friends?
Family and friends. I felt that na them they put pressure, na them they compare.
Okay, you mean wrong? You
Wrong
felt like she
advice,
was
wrong
being-
counseling.
She was being influenced.
Influence,
badly.
yes.
Oh,
Because
wow.
it wasn't a complaint I was hearing.
Okay.
You were hearing the neighbors complain.
I was hearing third party complaint through her.
Why the third party complained?
How-
Because
how
the third
come?
party they were not getting the bread. The bread wasn't getting to them.
Oh, is that what you meant? That's
yes,
what you meant. Oh, okay.
she's supposed to be their investment. Which
Okay,
they have invested in your company,
That's what you
So
meant.
that means
yes.
the third party is family.
And the
they
bread.
can't be friends.
and there was no return on the
No,
investment.
no return on investment.
You know they do annual.
Turnover.
There was no profit sharing.
Profit sharing.
Nothing. That's why they pressure
Yeah.
her. And she
I didn't know. I
pressured me.
thought you were saying about.
That's what I
the
mean by
person itself.
financial.
Okay.
No, financial can be a friend of my friend, enemy of my enemy. The important thing is that you are the source.
Then
But it's not enough for separation.
Separation.
see, that's the point. That's the point we don't get. The issue is not usually the point for separation. It
Yeah,
is
other
how
issues.
It is how
I said that they leave the main issue and they'll be
And
tackling other things.
it is how both parties handled it. Me, they feel offended. Say, you know the CC they try. Or be you know the CC I won't even try pass as they try. Do you understand? Now my own annoyance be that. So I they go house, they vex. I they vex as they go
But your
house.
try if you know be their try now.
That is
You know, try
see,
it.
I don't
Your try
See,
if you know be their
try
try.
the
if it's
pass
possible,
by.
make I not even give them 1 naira. I don't mind. Make the person where I did with first understand, say, I did
Maybe
try.
got your back.
But what
Make
if
you
your
got
try
your
no
back.
reach, no enter her eye?
That's the problem. Now why are they vex?
Why you go vex?
Now why are they
So in a nutshell, I
sorry,
think it's
sorry,
a
sorry,
more,
but
it's
if-
a mindset thing.
If you try before,
Mm.
they okay for her. And now where you they do
I
better,
say now
you
we are gonna
try,
do better.
look on the enter
That's
eye,
why
then
they talk, say,
there's
I
no-
they
I
hear
have a- I
other
have a-
people's
I have
voices.
a problem with this your analogy.
story.
I have a problem with this. Now you're describing somebody else through your own lenses.
Okay.
All this are they try. Now your own try they talk about too. And another person go judge you now.
Right.
You can't judge yourself. You cannot be a judge in your own
try.
case.
Right.
So if you're saying are they try, first of all, let me even ask you a question. This woman that you are talking about, now your spec.
Yes.
You know what I mean by your spec? I'll tell you. The spec why they don't be physical attribute. There are women that they come into marriage, they just want to cross their legs on the table and reel out their problems and you solve it financially. There are women that come into marriage, they get on the road with you, hardworking. As you're pushing, they are pushing. They can even, now then go they even drag you.
Yeah.
And you guys are running and you guys are solving problems and moving on till you get to a good position. There are women that come into marriage, they start blaming you immediately from day one for their own shortcomings, for their inability to do anything is your fault. So when you are going into marriage, you as a man need to understand yourself and what you want. You understand? If you get hustle and you want a woman who also has hustle, you cannot go and marry a woman that will come and cross their leg.
That's
So
right.
that's what you mean by
That will be
spec.
a problem. And then you start blaming the woman. That's who she is. Nindoga. Do you know what they call Nindoga?
Food of their gas.
You get women will be Nindoga. You understand? They come, they just want to make up. The man buys her a Range Rover, she will cross her leg. The man is going, doing whatever he wants to do, bringing the bread. And she's spreading the bread to her family. Her family already knew her spec before she married, though. That's why once she marries, they start asking, what's happening? So you, that you are here saying, I try. You buy her Phantom. Did you give her ticket to go to Dubai when Dubai they rain? So what is your try? That's why I asked you that. Which spec be that your wife's spec?
Right.
Which boils down to what I'm saying, that even you that you're a woman that you know your spec, did you not look at the man? Your spec is to cross your leg in a Range Rover with a driver, buying all the gold. Any gold will come out, you buy them. Then you see a struggling young man because you feel he's handsome or you like him vibe. You go and chook it inside the marriage, then you enter his house, you want to kill him with problem. So before you start saying, I blame the family, who you marry, who you be, where you marry.
Very deep question, no?
Right.
You understand? So that's where, see, for every issue, let's go to the foundation. Let us stop talking left and right.
Okay. Yes, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yes.
If I was still to mention my own context,
Right.
when I dey toast my wife, I toast am reach up to the dog where we get. My point is, I was so open. I said, "Not like this, I be."
You won't kill the dog when I chop the meat.
I was so open to the point of say, "Oh, wanna like this, I be." Oh."
Are you sure?
As it, that for me to mention up to the dog where we
She
get,
understood, she got it, she saw it.
I
Did
list
she understand? Or
all my
Just
assets.
assume that she understood.
you know, there's something
Up
I've
to-
noticed about you. You like the sound of your voice.
I listed. I will not be
You like
lying.
the sound of your
That will
voice.
not be
So
lying.
most times when you are talking, you're not considering if the person you're talking to is listening to you or understanding.
Right.
I assure you, you were not looking at her
not
reaction.
there.
You were not considering whether she did listen or not.
I mean,
Wait,
she
you don't like say I the
I know the
broadcast.
vibe, right?
You understand? So when you show woman dog, show and read the dog, say this dog gonna feel and take and do stew. What was her reaction? What did she tell you? Then secondly, waiting she show you. Sima, I tell you, when I was about getting married, the first day I went to my girlfriend's house. As I entered their parlor, I just begin to look around. realized she has only one younger sister. I said, okay, there will not be family problem. Immediately, I didn't wait to know if her parents go and control me or not. See, you see that younger sibling, people know they use Anjoko. If as I was sitting in that sitting room and I saw like 5 younger siblings, if I gonna come again, because I know that at that point I didn't have the capacity to carry 5 younger siblings. We need to tell ourselves the truth. Somebody will say, "Oh, that means there was no love." No. Before the love na instruction where God give. So before I get to the point where I want to apply that love, my first day shall say everything soft. And I got into the marriage, no pressure. Imagine if, as I did for that parlor, I see 5 younger siblings. I can't agree. See the chook head. Go stand for altar, they dance, your children surround your table. Watch. 2 weeks after, 2 hefty boys waiting for court to go carry their bag, come meet me for my 2-bedroom apartment. Say their school don't close. They will be going back to school in 3 weeks. Do you know how much you need to send 3 people to university? Cultists. Then when they're ready to go, I'll come to look up and down. Or will I go and borrow 100K to give them? I'm going to have problem with the family. And the minute I get problem with her younger ones, they have her mumu button. People younger ones, they get their mumu button. So that's why they say external, you were hearing voices. Those people have their mumu button before you.
Wow.
Now you, one comedian said that life no hard, now you get plenty project. You did not see your project inside marriage. You took it. When they begin show you the project, you begin saying they hear voices. You don't hear me voices. Now the project when they inside the program where you enter, now they show you now. It's not be like as I did now, make I go in like say I want to do masters. They will say for what I say engineering. They will give me form, make I feel. I'm a graduate, they will give me form, I will feel now. Then they can't give me curriculum, give me whatever. When they now say make I write thesis for mathematics, I can't come begin say which kind of nonsense be this? This is not what I bargained for. Crap. You just didn't look well. Those voices you heard that led to the separation were there before you married her.
Right.
You didn't need her to tell you about those voices for you to have observed those voices. By discernment, you should have seen those voices. Then you go ask yourself, am I ready to go into this or not? Will I be able to carry this? So in your own case, you were just willing to state your position. This is where my position, no, let's go ahead. No, that's the service to her. Because you still saying let's go ahead is hope. Once a woman loves you, she believes everything.
Right.
So you will be guy, suppose, no say, this place don't be where I go enter. Or, babe, wait first. But if I hustle 2 years, see as it go be. That's why I keep telling people that everything starts from the decision. The same thing with the woman. She too did not look well. You dey live for one room. For person will get project for back. Waiting in the find with who they live for one room. Then if you decide you want to go with a man who lives in one room, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's your project for back. You go off them. Tell them, say, man, I no bring this one, come face this man. It's a decision. You guys did not decide where.
What if she believes she can build with him?
Believe.
Which is what most
they will
ladies
succeed together.
Do you know the things that are built on
Yes.
belief? The only thing we're supposed to build on belief now God though. They are dealing with God. So what did she believe? The same you will believe that you go turn the table upside down when you don't have it.
I don't believe again.
You are the one who will create the problems. So why would I want to count on your belief?
It's taking too long.
You understand? Yes.
Right.
So the issue with you, which I think is what you have corrected or want to correct in coming back,
I'm coming back, right.
is that you did not look properly. If you had looked properly, some things would have been decided before the marriage. Agreed. So if anybody enter, you never see people who want married, we go try say, none of our relatives will come here.
Yes, I've heard.
Until we get, you think they're making that sure because they don't want to give. They know they don't have enough. So they make that decision, say, please, can we keep our relatives out of this relationship? Because they know they cannot bear it. There are also people who are going into marriage, now Dogu. The only 3 sisters you get, what about your cousins? Are they okay? Bring them now. He's capable. The woman will not say, my husband loves me so much. No. He's capable. all fingers are not equal. I can decide to forfeit some things for the woman I love. I can also decide to look for the woman I will love so that I will not forfeit some things. These are decisions. We make wrong decisions. We enter the union, want to turn the union on top in head, upside down. No. You must wear your thinking cap. You must be business-minded before you start loving. In decision, he who finds a wife, do you find the no? Go check dictionary meaning of find it. There's no emotion in it. It is to look for and see.
Decision making.
Yes. When you have now decided that this is the person I want to marry, then you can now bring all the love, everything. By that time, nothing will take you unawares. Nothing will spring on you as a surprise. When I say some things, people will look at me and laugh. The woman I married, before I married her, I looked at her shape. Because all my life, I have always wished to live with a shapely woman. It did top of my priority. Another thing where they top of my priority be say, she must be gangster. You must be a woman that is willing to wake up, leave everything and run. Willing to look anybody in there, walk away from the person and not come back again. Willing to start the rain. We dey for inside house now, our roof cover, rain, they beat us inside the house. You know, go shake. Why? Because I'm a dead devil kind of human being. From my mama belly, the things why they do that, what human beings they fear to do. So if anyone is going to live with me, she must have the balls to withstand anything. I have driven out of the house before, came back without my car, sold it on the road. When I was driving out of that, I didn't plan to sell my car. I reached for road. Somebody looked my money. I said, I go sell them. Price them. I collect the money, leave the motor there. I've gone out with my shoes before. Somebody told me he loved my shoes. I gave him my shoes and wore slippers back home. That's my nature. So why would I go and marry a woman who
doesn't
attaches
compliment
so
you?
much importance to material things?
Yes.
We're going to have problems.
That's right.
Before I started loving, so I looked out for that first of all.
So love was not the first thing.
No, for a man, it shouldn't.
Okay.
Wow.
I think for both parties, not just for a man.
Don't know. I only want to speak for myself.
No, we are trying to strike a
You
balance.
understand? I don't think love
For
should be the
both-
first thing.
Okay.
And what do you call love? Physical attraction should be the first thing, yes. Then other
Right.
considerations. There are things you can take, there are things you cannot take at all. Please don't get a marriage with something you cannot take at all and suddenly want to change it and allow your pastor to be telling you bullshit from the pulpit. But when the pastor want marry, pick the most beautiful girl for church. I'm yet to see any young pastor
Pastors are marrying
get
beautiful.
person we find pastor wife for the church.
No.
Somebody
Why you-
one comedian say, if you not fit see fine woman,
If pastor not visit fine
then
woman.
what you want see?
So that's it.
Pastor not visit bishop now.
So that's it. So we need to, people make the mistake at that initial point. And then once you go past that initial point, so many other things will get involved. Emotion, you become fond of the person. Once you don't get fond of somebody, it's difficult. You don't go see anything again. So before I become fond of you, I go don't look. This girl, she's a bit dressed, or she's a bit talk, or she get brain, it's a bit book. I hate dull women.
Yeah.
Make I throw code, make you not understand. Make I explain something twice. I'm very impatient. I cannot explain anything twice. Halfway, I'm explaining, you don't understand, I'll stop. I say, leave, I'm a good one. It's by nature. It's not anything. So if I go carry somebody where they need to explain
You
something
need
10
to
times,
marry who compliments
you.
you.
the love will not work. We will quarrel. The next in the separation, then can we invite us here? Come and be saying bullshit. We will leave the meeting. They talk another thing. I say when my mom came to the house in 1982, she did not stand up to greet my mother. Now lie. A doll. I know if you
Deeper
talk
than
say a
that.
doll.
Right.
Who I want to say my wife doll.
Chai.
You will go marry door wife.
Yes.
Say you get door now.
So you are out there. You're looking,
Right.
trying to look for
Marriage is deep. Oh.
whole way you go put for waiting and they talk.
Hey.
Decision making. That's where it starts from. Go and open the Bible. Say he who finds.
Comments?
Mm.
No.
Do we have any comment?
No, not yet. But we must salute the fact that you walked your way back from the separation. Do you
Yeah.
want to walk us through that? What transpired? How did you now retrace yourself?
Okay, many things for me. First of all, I said That was the second one. But the first one is my faith in Christ, faith in God, and not wanting
How long
to.
were you separated for?
Over 2 years, almost 3 years.
What were you
yes.
doing 2 years without your wife?
Almost 3 years, yes. It was a very necessary.
You don't live like a bachelor now. Did you not live like a bachelor?
I lived like a homeless man. Bachelor good.
It will be tough for him.
Hey.
Bachelor
Especially
good.
if he has been in the union.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Bachelor good passed me that time. I was an homeless man.
As you're answering now, I would like you to talk to men
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you're a man.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to men who are on the brink of divorce, who are considering divorce. You know, I keep saying that there's nobody that will divorce that will not have regrets. If some people are taught or are counseled by you, they may quickly start looking for how to resolve their issues. People think that men think that divorce is a second attempt at bachelorhood. No, it's not. Because when you're a bachelor, you have not experienced marriage before. You have not lived with somebody before.
Yeah.
It's just like to get money, come poor. It was past maybe poor
Make
from
you
when they
poor.
born you till you die.
Yes.
So I need you, as you're answering, Ken, to speak to men who are looking at divorce, thinking that another level to groove.
Yeah. So first things for me, it was my faith in God, my belief, and not. I love the union of marriage. I love the whole idea of marriage. I still see my parents almost every day, and they are still married. So it's a beautiful experience for me. When I watch videos of old people still married after 40, 50, 60 years, it's very touching for me. And so I already love and respect that union. That's number one for me. So I don't joke with that union of marriage. The one that people might not agree with is that I'm very okay with separation. If the marriage is toxic and there is abuse, verbal and physical abuse, to the point that it is life-threatening, I would advise both parties to, step aside first
Yeah.
and get themselves worked on. You understand? It might not be, palatable. It might not sound well, but it's what I would advise. And I felt that it saved me because one person for die. No jokes about that
But
one.
there wasn't
It's
abuse
gotten.
or physical.
There was physical, verbal, every
Wow.
kind of abuse. There was threat to life and all that. So, and we not feel predict who go die, but
Right.
one is sure that one person will die and one will go to jail.
Right.
So we thank God that we're able to escape that toxic situation. Then I just use that moment to pour that energy into work. You understand? I pour that energy, that absence of family and all that, not to prove a point to anybody, not to, and that's what I need to also make clear, that women divorce their husbands just to show their husband, I can do it without you. Men also do the same thing, that man, I go show you, say, as I come up for this marriage, I go show you, say, I go make them without you, I go do them, and I go use them, suffer you. I thank God for that mindset that He gave to me, that I never had that at the back of my mind. You understand?
Right.
That's number 3. Number 4 is that I put my child first in that situation. In fact, where people were telling me that, don't worry, your picking go find you come for future. Don't worry, do anything what you want to do. Picking go always find the papa. I said, if you reach your own
Talk
turn.
about people who
Yeah.
give
He
people
said-
wrong advices.
Yeah.
I said,
Wow.
so I said, if you reach your own turn, your own picking go find you. Me.
I think I will find
Hey,
that
I
again.
want to involve for my own picking life.
And let's see, it's
Oh
a very
my God.
it's a very scary thing for me, when I hear stories of Dele Ali, the footballer.
Yeah.
There's another Nigerian footballer, Calvin Bassey, and musicians that do not want to have anything to do with their father. Their fathers are still alive, and they don't want to hear from them. They don't want, because they felt the father left them. Maybe probably what the mother has sold too. That's why I said something earlier, that the mother must try, or both couples, whoever is with the child with custody,
Not to paint
should
the
try to, not to spoil
spoil
the other person.
the other person.
So there was
to the
something
child.
I even went as far as, because I want to see my child, going to government offices to say they must mandate this thing, that I must see my child. Now me go choose the school when he go and all that one. I went to because I don't want to joke with that. And there's something I also try to do when I go for visitations, or taking the child to spend the weekend or holidays with me, not to show it that there was a separation.
How old was the child at the time?
6, 7, 8. He was already making sentences. He knew that his father was not in the house. And I guess what he was told was that your dad is at work, or your dad is.
Was he always
busy.
asking questions? Was he always asking the mother questions?
He was.
Where is daddy? Was he always asking you questions?
Always,
Like,
yes, always. So why are you guys not staying together? You can't just say I'm busy, I'm building something, I'm working on a project, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You understand? And I tried as much as possible to make it real. It's not the best of it wasn't the best of times, though, to be sincere. It wasn't the best of times.
What were you doing? Let's talk about your personal experiences as the man. Leave the child. Nobody will speak for your picking. You as a guy, we have people now listening to us. Men will be safe for their house. Issues don't they? And some men if you don't even rent apartment somewhere, the day off once in a while. Some if you don't move in with their side chick. You understand? Now I want you to share your experience during your separation. Of course, I'm sure you must have had female friends. I'm sure you must have had things that your wife used to do for you that now you have to do on your own. Then most importantly, that time where people they find, because most men when divorce, waiting they feel so that time go they their hand. What did you do with that time?
Oh, okay.
Was it fun? Did you at some point feel like but this is the best thing that happened to me?
Yeah.
Or did you now start missing the home, missing everything? Talk about your experience.
Okay. So for the first few days, I was stone-hearted, like good riddance. You understand? It's what I wanted. You understand? For the first few days, I was very stone-hearted and like, it don't happen. But as time began to pass, I started melting and saying, man, it not be so it's supposed to be. I wish things were better. I wish, the marriage, I wish it didn't get this bad. You understand? Up to a point that I can't define, so what's it come be the problem? I was asking myself, so what's it really happened? As in, why will they quarrel yourself? You understand? But because of ego, I couldn't reach out to the other party. Then, at the verge of the separation, I was working on a project, and I just buried myself in that project. I just buried myself. It gave me enough time to execute. I had all the time in the world, and turned the project to my like solace at that period. So maybe I would have achieved it better with my woman by my side. Maybe, I don't know. But at that time, I think it gave me enough time for work, and I was just buried in the work. I eventually break down every day at night. I don't even get strength to think of anything, because I was actually physically tired at the end of every day, and we go again the next day. Not that I did not miss my family. I did every single day. There were times where, even in my sleep, I'm imagining, I'm just thinking about, my son, my wife, my family and all that. But because there's another thing to go to the next day. So more like I used work as a getaway. I used that project and the work as a getaway from the experience. So for women, I after months, they post some kind funny status and songs for my WhatsApp story. You understand? So even my wife see him, but because of pride, she not reach out to me. The woman will reach out to me. We come.
Your ex-girlfriend.
What is the right for you? Wait.
Now all those emotional songs, all those to be a man is not easy. To be a man, nobody understands the tears of a man. You understand?
So that's my own packaging. I say they run your own package.
Now what I do that time? My wife see am instead make she reach out, say, what are you going through? In the form say, now she make the man to be a man where the man they be.
You take no one to make woman mind.
So anyway, so yes, I tried, dating again. But fortunately for me, see, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know, for lack of better words, but let me just say it as plainly as it is. That fortunately for the particular woman that I got involved with, one of our prayer was that if this is not going to work, and if this is someone's, if she's going to be hurting another person, God should not make this work.
Did she know at the time? That
Yes, I was no. If not that one, and they very plain and open. No, I don't want to make person call they cost me later. So I did let people know what they won't get into. You understand? So she knew I was separated, and she asked me, "Would I be going for the divorce?" And I said,
Yes.
I don't know yet."
You said yes.
No, I did not say yes. I did not say yes.
But if you didn't say yes, how were you not involved with her? If you didn't say
Unto
yes,
them, Baba, you said yes.
So okay,
You
no problem.
you can tell us that.
Baba,
that's
they say yes.
if you say you don't want to answer that part, but don't say you say no, make you no confuse our audience. Make
Okay.
another man now no go say no. They know we can't give an debeg. So you can say, let's leave that part. But Baba,
no, away from.
So
the
we
jokes that
were
they learned.
actually, in a good conversation and talking for months. For months, I think from that January of that year till like December, we were talking and seeing and planning. You understand? But this was the person's. The person might even watch this. That's the funny thing. But this was the person's prayer that God, if this is not right, and if it's not my own, do not let it be. As simple as that.
You don't hear about tobacco prayer.
As simple as and the person also said is that, see, I know how you love your son, and even from you talking about your wife, doesn't call her ex-wife, even about how you talk about your wife, I know there's still a connection between you. See, I don't want to be.
Question never comes. They're supposed to ask a question.
I don't want to be a burden on you guys. So let me go and look for my own. And whatever you want to do, if you want to fix your marriage or if you want to, but I don't want to be the person that will be in this picture where you have to now start explaining to your son and you and your wife are still in the picture. And the funny thing is that once in a while, myself and my wife speak. And we were not at loggerheads. We dey talk normal once in a while, except when we want quarrel, which is not different from the quarrel where we see the quarrel now.
When I see the quarrel now.
I said I don't come back.
That one quarrel is inevitable. I don't already count and say the quarrel is inevitable.
We'll get
So,
rid of that quarrel.
It's not different from the quarrel where that's if I thought we want quarrel. But when we talk like paddy. So the person knows say she not fit compete with this. He not fit compete with them. So
Why? Because of the nature of the quarrel.
because of not the quarrel, I'm not talking about the quarrel. I'm talking about how we interact. And there's a son involved.
Okay.
And when the son comes around,
Okay.
So
You
you're talking
understand?
about the other lady.
Yeah,
She
talking
not
about
fit
the other lady.
compete.
Okay,
she not fit compete with
what you have
what's on ground. And
Why? You gave her that one, you must have given her that impression. No?
yes, I'm saying because I was very open.
Okay.
I was very open, to the point of say I don't consider say the worst thing will go up here na polygamy.
Okay.
Wow.
You're a very selfish man. You know you're a very selfish man.
Hey,
I'm not denying.
Since
she
you
dey
start
get
here,
now.
everything wey you dey talk na how to enlarge your coast.
I know they deny him.
You understand? You just dey butter your own bread dey go.
I know they deny him. I say
You wan arrange polygamy for yourself.
the worst thing I don't like talk.
And you go just quote Abraham for Bible.
I go,
William Abraham, Isaac and Jacob.
that is why I feel sometimes that my wife maybe now prayers, but at the same time she needs to thank God for, and then she's supposed to appreciate my taste. I don't go mumu with the wrong woman when you must divorce, you must separate with your wife, you must na me supposed to marry you, and now you can't go end up marrying her.
And that's very
You
true.
understand?
I think the woman should be given a
Yes,
because
big shout out to her.
most men that have divorced 6 months, 1 year after the divorce, 2 years, they would wish to go back. But unfortunately, they've entered a relationship with another woman. We don't look everywhere.
Yeah.
I know so many men going through that now. The reason they cannot go back, because this, let me tell you, when you divorce a woman, she'll be very angry the first 6 months, maybe the first year, maybe the first 2 years. 3 years down the line, if you cook for midnight, carry the food, go for her house, knock for her door, she open door, you need them begin to cry, she go take you back. Because at then some realities go done on her. What really happens, what makes most divorce permanent is the fact that the minute somebody is divorced, most times before people divorce, they don't get somebody else. Yes, that person will enter, you don't lock everywhere. No one here go kill you. So in your own case, that you got involved with a woman that was reasonable enough to know that this is not mine. And she released you. We suppose go do Thanksgiving for her.
Seriously, no
It's not
jokes.
easy. And I don't know who your wife is, but I'm going to find out very soon now who your wife is, because it be like say I don't suspect say
connection. This
again invite you and your wife. So she should be thankful to that lady.
Seriously, because
People don't they release they go use juju tie, use
he
everything.
get the ones. My wife go attest to him if she did.
Now that's
Wife
your
there.
wife.
If she there.
Let me your husband be this. Now your husband. Now your husband.
It be like so.
Now husband and wife. You
Yeah,
like.
no, husband and
You
wife.
don't tell me.
Sir,
something.
he gets. This thing I'm not saying it to brag, but he get women when stupid to the point of say they send me message through my phone when he know say my wife he read and they tell you say na me suppose marry you. Why she go?
They give them green light.
No,
Baba, you dey give them-
no.
Baba,
Ah,
a woman.
Did they give them attention?
Yes. I don't want to
No.
have attention, but I say green light. Listen,
Green lights, right?
a woman can only send you such a message once.
yes, now the
If she
ones now.
sends it the second time,
Then
You encourage it.
Now the ones, now
because
the
if you
ones.
send them that once, your reaction,
You off that light.
yes, go let them know say
Now,
this cannot come a second
Now
time.
the
If
ones-
if you stop communication,
Yes.
Yeah.
you're still
No, you
giving
don't
the
just stop
person
communication.
at-
For women
attention.
out there, listen, let me tell you.
Yeah,
If there's any woman sending messages to your husband or your spouse or whatever, if it's the first time you're seeing that name, that number, send that message. Don't fight the man. Oh. But once you see it a second, a
Second
third,
time.
and fourth time from the same person,
Mm.
your husband is
husband,
involved.
yeah,
He's
established.
guilty.
Now the ones that they talk about.
If it's
I'd
once,
say-
no, it's not
And your
fault.
husband is the problem, not the woman. Because the husband is the one.
The
encouraging-
woman
can be the problem.
can be the problem. What are
No,
you
the
saying?
one can be the problem, but your husband,
Your
they
husband is
enjoy am.
encouraging
He's
the
enjoying
woman.
it, yes. He's enjoying the chase.
If you put an end to
Yes,
something,
because
it should
when
stop.
somebody sends you that kind of message once, your reaction, whether your wife see him, if your wife see him, your reaction will even worse. If your wife don't see him, you suppose codedly
I said
caution the person in such a way, say, in go, they very embarrassed not to
the
go try
woman
to-
know say your wife go see him. To the point of say you don't tell him say, Omo, my wife now they get my phone, now they carry my phone. Oh. And my wife get my
So
phone.
you see the problem?
He
You
won't
are
make
not-
your wife see
No,
him.
see the problem. You are the problem. You're not upset with the message. You are upset with the fact say your wife
Go
go see him.
see him.
So the woman understands that if not for your wife, you'll be okay. It's just like people will be say, they tell you can't toast girl because I have a boyfriend. The boy no go stop. Any boy will can't toast you, you can't say, please I have a boyfriend. No, it don't catch you.
You have told her that.
When you-
That
don't
you are
catch
telling
you.
him that
You are
If
telling
you
that
have
if
a
not for
boyfriend.
that guy, you have me. So all he needs to do is to make that guy upset or drag you away from that guy. If guy can't toast you, don't like the guy, go tell and say, please, I'm not interested.
I'm not interested.
I'm not ready for a
yes.
relationship. If the weekend
Yes.
guy pass, he go. But guy can't toast you and you say, please, I have a boyfriend. Please, I'm in a relationship.
I want to be your friend. I
Now
don't
you
want to
be.
be your friend.
You understand? Because
Simple.
what you have just said to the guy is that if I wasn't in a relationship, you have
sometimes it's good to the check market value sometimes.
to check your market value. Now be saying you like her. Now be saying you like
They
her.
You want to know your market value.
Now you say you like her.
Man of God.
You know, say transfer market, some players don't be say they want make them sell they go another club. Oh.
Just want
They go
to
tell the other
I
club say
tell you say you're a bad guy.
they go tell the other club. Don't be say they won't go to the other club. Oh.
Leave me now.
Like that guy will do Barcelona.
But I like the way you are. I like the way you are. Because the way you did, they keep women on their toes. You know, once you marry a woman and she gets into your house and she sees say you're a good guy, you have no other place to go, they become very stupid. I'm sorry to say. That's why
Very
that's why
comfortable.
pastors they get some pastors get problem for marriage pass anybody. Because their wife knows say they no fit go anywhere. If he divorce, the ministry will come down. If he beat them, if a church here, congregation here, a bad name for pastor. That's why you see so many pastors. See, forget say them wear uniform come out together. Now pastors they get the worst marriage, and serious-minded people with their wives no say they no get choice. But you see men like you, where they test their markets value 247. Your wife will be on her toes.
Sir, so are you encouraging men to be testing their markets?
I have not said so, but what I'm saying is that the men who find a way to test their market value from time to time get upper hand for marriage.
So can women also test their market value?
Women, they test their market value now. When you stand in front of the mirror, they buff up. Nice shoes, nice dress. You enter gym every
Wait,
time.
how you want to
You
test
work
your
out to
market
burn
value?
fat. Hold on.
I don't even hear the question well.
Mona, see wahala, oh.
I don't even hear the question
About
well.
women, they test their market value 247. Wait, make I tell you, this is what I want to say. Your wife, they come out. They can't enter room, bath. You and her there for house since so a tie wrapper. Then her friend, they do birthday by 5 p.m. When it's 3 p.m., she gets into the bathroom, have her bath, come out, wear her nicest dress, nice shoe, makeup, bring out the most expensive wig, food, and everything. They rub lipstick. What did she go do? She won't dress up and stand in front of you. She's not dressing up to come and stand in front of you now while you're watching a football game. She's dressing up to pick up the car keys and go for the party.
Right.
Not be her market value you want go test. Her market value they go test. Now there's a market value test within reason by the woman. Then they get the one way be kalo. You understand? So as she dress up, buff up. Anytime your wife is going out and you're not going out with her, see and they buff up. Now market value they go test too. Anyone when they say the market value they go test, they lie. Because if the market value they go test, what you for do be say that ogiri way there for your fridge. You for just go rub your hand on that ogiri. Touch and smell for your mouth. You understand?
With the smell.
But
Yes.
she won't represent you well now.
Representer.
Shebi na men they get the glory when women look
Representer.
good.
Mm.
I know I agree to
Representer.
this one. Oh.
If you
I
want,
know I
if
agree
you
to
want to
this one.
represent you, wait until you're going out with your husband.
You got to
There's nothing wrong with testing market value.
What
Listen, let me
happens
tell you.
to looking good
Male
all
or
the
female,
time?
male or female, if you don't
Looking
test
good all the
male or
time.
female, if you don't test your market value, you go enter disrespect.
But
You understand?
The other person becomes
that's you
comfortable.
striking a balance.
Yes, no, you need to test your market value. And testing market value is not necessarily say you define man. You understand? You can even test your market value in the home. On Friday, I looked into the mirror. My hair don't grow, my beard. I can't say I don't have any engagement till Monday. Say make I shave on Monday. I can't say no. So I can't walk around the house like this. Before you know, my wife will begin see me finish. If I was a fine boy, I need to be put together 247 now. I go immediately, shave my hair, shave my beard. You know, see as I cover, sharp. You don't understand? As I bath, I wear black boxer, black singlets, honk.
Hey.
So any part of the house where I come out, whether my children, do you know sometimes I feel like my boys go see me, they will look me, they say this is what they should look like. So testing of value is
Not
for
the
you
only
to maintain
external.
your steez. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that.
so-
And if you're a woman, I'm in the house with you, don't test your value. I'll disrespect you. I'll disrespect you. One night if you go bath, wear better night gown. I'll not say you date town. See all those guys then where they make noise for town, they don't reach.
That's so.
Right.
But if you come and begin to fuck up, excuse my language. You understand? I'm going to disrespect you.
Right.
If you come near me, you should smell good.
Yes.
Right.
Last night, I was home and my son wanted to talk to me. As the boy just wanted to come meet me, Dad, I just smell perfume. 14-year-old boy. I don't quickly answer him immediately. It was when he left that I realized that, I never answered this boy like this before. But it was because he came close to me and he was smelling good. Because I've told him, I said, listen, start using perfume.
Yeah.
When you're going to school, put on your perfume. When you have your bath at night, use your perfume. When you don't run out of the perfume, I'll buy you another one because right now you're not any money.
Yes.
But I need him to understand that as a man, he needs to date. So whether you are home or outside, you must represent at all times. The joy you have is in you. Nobody can make you happier than you can make yourself.
Yes.
That's powerful.
First, you
When
need
I
to
hear
learn how
people
to love
complain,
yourself
say the man
before
is not treating me
someone
right,
can love
if you treat yourself right, nobody can treat you wrongly. If you have respect for you, nobody can disrespect you.
Yes.
So we need to understand all these things. A man, a woman must always test your value. Now, what is the motive behind you testing your value? Are you testing your value because you want to catch the attention of another man? That's a problem. Are you testing your value because you want to maintain that value where your husband see, where they respect you? They respect you, they go.
That's it.
You understand? I can't stand the woman tying wrapper, read for chest. They walk up and down for the house. They sweat for armpits.
No.
Or you raise your hand, I go see her for your armpit. Come on. That babe where you be
No
outside,
way.
you'll be that babe into the bedroom, in the kitchen. When you want to cook, wear nice bomb short, a nice t-shirt, get into the kitchen. Cook. When you cook finish, those things go on, they smell okra. Go enter your bathroom, remove them
Babes.
immediately, have your bath.
Yes.
Use some oil. Soak yourself in the bathtub, put some perfume. Everywhere go the hot. If I pass here for house, I go smell you. I go don't say you just pass here. I go begin look for you. I begin call your name. Where you dey? Where you dey? I pass where you pass. Make it the smell of armpit. On my khaki, I'll carry move come for the house immediately. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
So when you get to offices, you see girls well dressed, their steez, high heel, perfume, everything, their hair on point and everything. The way your attitude will change as a guy. You go begin talk softly. You go begin to address them where. When you buy lunch, you go ask, you want some rice? You want some? If you reach house, that steez is there for house too. You continue with that level. You understand?
Yeah.
You go for free, bring out pineapple. Ask your wife, you want some pineapple? You go give her, you go chop. You go give her pawpaw. You go give her this. You go on TV, call her, say, I want to watch game. Why? Because she self know her value. She dey carry that value.
Yes.
But when you go outside, see all those things, see women wear suits, wear whatever they carry come out. Some go wear jalabia, but they still on point. When I interact finish, you go for the mall, you see your old schoolmates. What's up? You reach for house. Now, goosey, now they smell for kitchen. You say, okay, maybe they are making lunch. Yeah, you pass the kitchen, reach dining, go upstairs. The goosey still they smell. Suddenly, the woman will come out from wardrobe area. They say, oh, I don't know, say that you there yet.
But it's not limited to women, no.
Bro, men and women.
Even men.
Yes, now.
Look
Bro,
good.
I'm
Be your wife's
I will
spec.
pick my car keys immediately. The
Look
time
sharp
where I'll
for
go.
her.
So we need to maintain the steez in and
Yes.
out. So if you say in the testing value, na good thing. But now, what is the motive?
behind
I hope that value where you dey test, no be say you dey propose side chick,
No.
or you want to remain that guy. Maybe say if you fall out, maybe if they follow you, where they want follow you go. You understand? But if you're, if that testing your value is because you want your wife to get something good, at every point you need to consider what is this woman getting. You understand? When she goes out, she sees men that are better than you. Any man get man with better person. Any man get woman with better person. But the consolation is that when she comes home, you present the best form of yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
She go enjoy him. She go know say, this is the one I've decided to be with. So if you're a guy out there, you don't have nice boxers you wear at home, you don't have nice slacks you wear at home, nice tops, tanks, and all those things, go get them. Look good. Don't let the woman use the food where they go for kitchen, feed you, your belly go come extend like this. If you have a pot
Like
belly, there's nothing
Mafuluku
wrong.
women.
But there's ice cream papa. If you get pot belly, wear some nice tank for house, accessorize yourself for house as you did for house. The best place to show the best of you is at home for your wife. Not be when you want to come out, you go come wear your Rolex wristwatch, wear your chain, wear your best kaftan. When you're at home, uncle,
I
when you
always
get
say
home,
that.
don't remove that Rolex watch. Don't remove that your chain. You can take off your agbada, but your singlets, they on point. Your slacks, they on point. You walk around. When she enters Siam, she go say, oh, because what she go think, be say, all those men where they see for town, we wear suits and tie to my sharp. Oh, is either this is what they are looking like at home, or they don't read this one. So she's okay with you. But when she show for house, not only that your belly day with boxer where they sell for Oshodi. All these boxer they sell 500 naira for one. Where we say the material where they take so your boxer and they take so another person bed sheet for somewhere else. You understand? So there's nothing wrong with you testing value. It's just motive. Who are you presenting it to? All these things will stop divorce. Because at the end of the day, what are we discussing here is divorce. And there are so many things we've not gone into. So now I'm going to think we should talk to Debbie.
Debbie, since
You said you've been separated, right?
Yes, I have.
What was the life like being separated? Because before you got separated, you must have thought of so many things. You felt you were going into the world to make yourself available to the world again, to fly as high as anything. Were you disappointed? What was the life like? Did you miss anything? Did you miss the man?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to be very honest. Let's start with the reason why
you were separated.
I wasn't kicked out of my home. I left my home and the only reason I did was because at the time it was too toxic. It was too toxic, and the only thing that would have saved me at that point or saved us at that point was for someone to just make a move. He wouldn't do that, of course, so I had to be the person to. I didn't leave because I wanted to. I didn't leave because I thought the grass was greener on the other side. I left so I could leave. And because I also considered that we had a child looking up to us, and for any reason, I wouldn't want to die and leave my child, right? Away from the child, I needed my sanity. Because at that point, I was beginning to see myself becoming a shadow of myself, and it wasn't a good place for me, both mentally and otherwise. So that was the
what were
reason.
the things that caused the toxicity in the marriage?
I'm gonna digress a little.
Okay,
Maybe
go
I'll
ahead.
come back to that later.
ahead.
But the reason I left has been established, which he confirmed earlier. Okay, that's the reason, no, not for any other reason. So life outside marriage. Let me talk about that, because that was the question he asked. The first 3 months was realization, right? And I don't know. I saw a version of me I hadn't seen. That's okay. When I got into marriage, the version of me that went into that marriage that I thought I had lost, because motherhood happened almost immediately. So it was a struggle. I had postpartum depression from a lot of issues surrounding, circumstances surrounding the birth of our child and all of that I did not recover from. So finding my feet again was quite difficult. So the version of me that came into the marriage that I thought I had lost, I found.
Wow.
Yes. That was the first few months of the separation. That version of me that I thought I lost, that I have been chasing after, and
What
all
version
of
was that?
The Debbie, the diva,
The Debbie diva.
Yes.
Okay.
The lady with so much valor and strength, and the lady of high esteem, the lady of the productive Debbie, the intellectual me, the me of so
all
many
these
skills.
things were not there.
They were
lost
there, but they
in
were
the
shallow at the
okay.
time, because a lot of issues had overpowered
Them.
me at the time. Psychological issues and otherwise, marital issues, that coupled with the postpartum depression I mentioned earlier. Because I had to do this motherhood thing alone. It was the first time being a mom. Prior to that time, I had never been pregnant or had any motherhood experiences. I was a young mom, very young at the time. So I was losing myself being a mom. There was no way I could balance both. So it was difficult. So I saw myself. At the time, I was able to find my feet again. And I saw myself doing the things that I could not do in that marriage. Going all out, doing a lot of things for myself, chasing the bag, becoming the version of me that I wanted to see. Yes. And it was a win-win for me. And that does not mean there were no breakdowns, there were no meltdowns. That doesn't mean there were not times that I paused for a minute and I was like, away from all of this, at the end of the day, to what end?
Right.
I knew that I wasn't going to raise the child alone. I knew I didn't want, what I feared the most in this life was single parenting. I've always said that. I've told my husband before many times. When we had those couple conversations, some of those intimate moments, I'll tell him my greatest fear in this life is an absent parent. My greatest fear is, having to parent a child alone and all of that. It's not something I really wanted. And seeing myself towing that path, it was quite, it was I wake up every morning and I'm like, is this my reality? I don't want this. And that was why I never for any reason separated child from father. Even though we had our issues, I kept that child away from every issue we had. I never painted the father bad to him for one day. I never sold any sorry story, sad story to the boy about his father. All I kept telling him was, Daddy is not around. He's working. He has a project. And don't worry, you always say, when am I going to see Daddy? Daddy will come and see you. Daddy will pick you. Do you want to go to him for holidays? I sent him there sometimes for even 1 month.
Wow.
Yes. Even though I know that nobody can take care of my child like me. I would risk it. Okay, go. Do your holiday. Spend time with daddy. Do a lot of things with daddy. I'll send him for weekends sometimes. When he's like, there was no time the boy wanted to talk to the father that I did not allow. Except he's busy and he would call back or something. I always tell him, pick up the phone, call him. So there was converse. I made sure he was very, very involved in the life of the child. I didn't separate him from the child whatsoever. But there were downsides. There were times I cried myself to sleep. There were times I was very down emotionally. There were times that I wished that was not the reality. There were times that I just wished everything was fine. Home was fine. We were together. We had so many prospects. And let me establish the fact that I didn't marry for money. I didn't marry for wealth was not the first thing I looked out for. I wanted someone with prospects. And I have a lot of, at the early stage, one of the battles I fought at the early stage of the marriage was, I would say this, my parents were a bit disappointed. Yes, about my choice. That was because we had many, they thought I would go for. The things they wanted me, they thought I would go for rather. Is not what I wanted. I don't know if you understand. Nobody was putting me under any pressure whatsoever. They were expecting I would bring in one Odogu, one, you understand? But that was not what I wanted.
Football away day for Europe. Football away day Europe.
No, excuse me. Let me talk. Let me share my story.
Do you have a big family?
Let me share.
Siblings?
No, not quite. I have 3 older siblings.
Okay.
We're
Younger
6.
ones?
I have just 2 younger ones. I have 3 older siblings. We're 5 girls and a boy. So my
You're
siblings
more or
were,
less the firstborn.
my siblings were married.
She's more or less the
I'm a
firstborn.
middle child. No,
She's a middle child, but
I'm a
she's
middle
more or less
child,
the firstborn.
but let me tell you
she more or
And
something.
they speak and boldly,
Let
yeah.
me tell you.
How is she more or less the
She is the
first?
firstborn to the father and the mother.
How?
As a fourth-born,
How?
that's what they count am as firstborn.
So the pressure.
And na the first time I dey see am. Na the first time for my life. Na the
I'm
first
not
time
a
for
first.
my life.
Okay, let me
Where I dey
explain
see that thing
something.
be that.
Let me explain. I think he's not getting it right. No, my parents are not. They are Christian parents. They are not. My sisters. I have 3 older sisters. They are all married. So I've been married for way over 10 years thereabouts. And my parents will never put us under pressure for any reason, picking a spouse or something. They are parents that will give you their blessing. My father will only ask you, is this what you want? If you say, Daddy, yes, he will bless you. My mom will ask you, have you prayed? Is this what you want?
So why
They'll
were they
give you their blessings.
disappointed?
I'm going to
He
talk.
was not funny enough.
I was not. I've got to talk. My husband at the time is not the person you are seeing now. No, let's establish that one. No, this is like 9 years later.
But you too,
Wow.
you're not the person where.
CDO,
was
you
a size
know me
12.
small that time now.
Wait,
So
nah.
Ken know me that time
Wait,
small.
make I talk. Make I talk. My mom saw him on a video call recently, and she was like, "What? Now you be this? You don't change, oh." You understand? So imagine what he was like then. He was really skinny and all of that. You know,
And he came for
they
New
agree
Yorker.
say I don't feed them.
And he came for
You don't
New
shop my
Yorker.
food. You don't. You know, it didn't look. So what I saw, they didn't see. Right? And I wanted a man with away from the riches, the wealth, and everything. I wanted a man that had prospects. I wanted someone I could build with. I didn't want an already made material. I wanted someone that would start